Hello! I don't have a name for the audience this time. God fucking damn it. Why am I so bad at this shit? And today we are going to be ranking every single anime that we've seen that came out in the year of 2023. Because we didn't watch shit for fall and we'd rather do this instead.
Yeah, agree.
Yep.
I mean, I did watch shit for fall, but not that much. Not enough to make a full-on.
I mean, like,
video about it.
it doesn't matter what season it is, you're still going to pick up like 6 isekai.
That's the problem with fall. There was none. Well, there was some, but not many.
A season without shit isekai? That sounds fucking impossible.
I know. That's what I thought.
It's like my parents getting back together. It's just like you don't even think about
crazy.
it.
That is crazy.
Oh, I love how as soon as I turn on the recording button, my energy just instantly returns to me.
Yeah. With a lot of the isekai that I've watched, I'm probably just gonna say 1 or 2 sentences, then just give it a rating because, I mean, most of them are the same. Come on now.
And also because, like, what the fuck am I supposed to add outside of
Yeah,
making fun of
we
ridiculous
don't got
titles?
hours. I'll talk about the good ones, which are few and far between, but we move.
And, so the rating system is a little different from usual. We usually do S to D, because that's generally good enough for a seasonal ranking, but since we're ranking so many different anime, I feel like we want to have different tiers. So we have 8 different tiers: S plus S, A plus A, B plus B, C plus C, D, and F. I don't even know if we'll have any F tiers because
I don't think so.
yeah, we were talking about this before, but I don't think I don't think anything we've seen is gonna be Pokemon Best Wishes levels of dog shit.
Exactly.
Now to make things more fun, we have a wheel.
Yep. Oh shit.
I do have to say, fuck you, Plasma, for being an isekai fan. Some of these titles were stupidly long to type out.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
All right, we will spin the wheel. Well, what are we gonna talk about first?
Probably an isekai. Not an isekai? No way.
Tokyo Revengers. That is an interesting way to start. So,
well,
seasons 2 and 3 released this year, even though season 3 feels more like a second core, if anything else, to season 2. They have the same exact opening song for both seasons 2 and 3, which, honestly, at this point, I'm just convinced is them cutting corners, because this is the corner-cutting adaptation. They took a manga that I really like, because I really like the Tokyo Revengers manga. The story is good, but the animation fucking sucks.
I do really want to read it. It's one of the ones I was going to read next.
Yeah, if I were to describe it, have you seen Erased?
No.
Wow.
Again, I want to see that. Yeah.
Because Erased is one of my favorite anime of all time. Like, Erased is a masterpiece to me. And Tokyo Revengers is just Erased if it was a battle shonen. So, like, it basically just trade a little bit of the emotional moments for just sheer hype and awesomeness. And then you get Tokyo Revengers. It's such a fun manga to read. And the anime, I don't really feel like translates that. One of my favorite part about reading the manga is how fast-paced it feels. Because, I mean, of course, you get to control the speed at which you read it. And that really works to Tokyo Revengers to benefit as a manga. For the anime, though, they just sit on scenes for longer than they should sit to make sure that they're properly adapting the source material. It's one of those adaptations where I feel like it's too faithful because I don't even really know how well the manga translates into anime. And then, of course, it doesn't help that the animation looks like a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, it's not that bad, but it feels that bad as someone who's as big a fan of the manga as they are.
Yeah.
To actually get into the story, though, Black Dragon's arc and Tenjiku arcs are the 2 best Tokyo Revengers arcs. I think you can make an argument for the Valhalla arc that happened at the end of season 1 being another contender. However, I believe that that Black Dragons is my personal favorite arc, and then Tenjiku is the arc that everyone says is the best. Which honestly, I don't even blame them. Tenjiku's hype as fuck.
Fair enough.
Black Dragons, I would because like I am only 2 episodes into Tenjiku, so all I can judge off is my manga knowledge. I honestly barely remember it. Black Dragons, on the other hand, I really loved it in the manga. It was so good. And the anime, I just didn't like it that much. It was good. Don't get me wrong, the story was still good. But, okay, so they're fighting Hakai, this, like, big, badass dude. And then in the fight, there's a lot of, like, monologuing, because, like, I mean, shonen battle, of course.
It's anime, yeah.
And then you just see Taiju just in the background. He's just standing there while the main characters are monologuing, and it's like, fucking punch them! Don't let them talk and plan out how they're gonna beat you, you fucking idiot!
Everyone
I didn't feel that way in the manga, because I didn't see Taiju in the background of the manga. But in the anime, he's right there! So, like, how am I supposed to ignore this fucking... Again, this story does not work as an anime.
Time freezes during a monologue.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's for that reason that something I probably would have put an A, even A+, is B. I'd say the same for Tenjiku arc. The anime adaptation sucks ass, just read the manga.
Fair enough. That's what I was planning on doing anyway.
Alright, time to spin the wheel again. It's a really angry first start of the video. Especially since I still gave it a pretty decent tier placement, but like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Wheel time!
Okay, which one is it?
Horimiya
Horimiya season 1.5. Have you seen it, or is it just me?
I decided to skip out on it because I wasn't a huge fan of Horimiya, and I didn't feel like I would particularly like Pieces that much.
I'm gonna put it in A. Just because, for me, yeah, it is a side series, but the plot and, like, the specific events that happen aren't really, like, the main reason why I like Horimiya so much. For me, it's the characters, and the side series still gives you that. You still get the interactions with the characters. So, while the season 1, I'd put it like A+, I don't think it falls off too much with the side series. And there's not much to say. There are funny moments, like Yamura not being able to swim because apparently he's on his period, and the president not being able to do it because he said that in a week his arm is gonna explode. There's some funny moments, of course, but it's fine. It's A. I think it's great. I mean, characters are still the same. They're all fun. See great interactions between them. Good.
Yeah. It seems like a perfectly solid series, too. I think that if I had watched Horimiya later, like when this was airing, I probably would have watched it in like canonical order, and I think I would have liked Horimiya a whole lot more than I ended up liking it. Because admittedly, I do feel like Season 1, despite being a perfectly fine adaptation, definitely feels a little rushed. Like, I don't feel like I get to truly know the characters as much as I would otherwise.
I think the manga was 128 chapters, something like that. Around that. I might be a bit off there. So, for one season, it was quite rushed. I think they could have definitely... Instead of making the side series, I feel like it would have just been better to do
just make it a 24 episode
season. Yeah, but
Horimiya felt like it should have been a 24 episode series when I watched it.
It really did. But I still love it.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fair.
Yeah,
particularly if someone has read the manga.
Yeah, Horimiya is what got me addicted to like wholesome romance anime. So I it's always got a place there. Like, I always love it, kind of.
Yeah. Alright. Wheel time, baby! This wheel is actually so much fucking fun. I'm so glad I decided to introduce this.
Literally the one right next to it, okay. This one,
I actually don't even know what the poster looks like.
I haven't finished this one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna put it in C tier. I'd say C tier.
Alright. I actually don't even know what the poster looks like, so I can't find for the template.
It's sorry, you got some. It's called. Second row. Beneath it, on.
Oh.
In the middle. No. Second row.
Yeah, your audio is like cutting out for whatever reason.
Oh. Is this better or is it still fun?
I don't know what's going on. Might be an issue on my end. I don't quite know. Alright, I'm gonna do the classic technique of exiting call and re-entering call to see if that helps. Alright. No, let me do it this time. It might be a problem with my connection.
Hello?
Alright, I am here.
Is this good or is it still weird?
Yeah, you sound better now.
That's good.
Yep. That is very good. I am supremely hard right now.
Same.
Okay, so where is it?
It's beneath Urusai Yatsura.
Oh, okay.
I think that's
okay, so right there. You said C.
Yep, C. So I didn't finish this one. To me, the reason why I didn't like it was because it felt like an early high school romance when they are actually fully grown adults. Like, they're acting like children, man.
Yeah.
That I don't have much to say on it. I watched it a while ago and I think I got like 4 episodes in and I dropped it because children, it's really annoying. It's like you know in his romance where like you have the guy where as soon as a girl talks to him, he's like blushing and he can't say anything in return.
Yeah, I mean like
that by the time you're an adult, you need to fix up. Come on now, you're at work. You're in an office job.
Absolutely.
So I couldn't be bothered with it.
It's like that kind of interaction is adorable for like a high school relationship. But when you're an adult, kids, it's like, come on, get your fucking shit together. Unless you're like literally fucking Bochi, then like you don't really got an excuse.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't have much to say about it. Let's just go back to the wheel, I guess.
Wheel! Oh my god, I love this thing. This fucking wheel. Oh, hell yeah, we finally get an S tier.
Yeah, defo S tier. Not S plus, but definitely S tier.
Yeah, not S plus, not even close, but like, it's definitely an S tier. I fucking love Zom 100. Where even is it on this? The poster is like super colorful and vibrant too. How am I not seeing it?
I think we're both stupid.
Oh, found it. Alright.
Okay, there we go.
My goodwill of the series was starting to go away a little bit with all the delays. I felt like, is this series really as good as I thought it was? Then the last 3 episodes dropped. They nailed that ending so fucking perfectly.
Oh, that ending was amazing. I literally watched it earlier today. It was amazing. I loved it. It was so good.
Absolutely. This is one of those series that just so consistently broke the mold. It was so much better than expected.
Fucked up again. Audio's fucked up again.
Damn.
I think it's fine now. It's fine now.
All right.
But yeah, they really nailed that ending. It was great.
And honestly, I feel like I identify more with Zom 100 now that I am an adult like Akira. Just because I have less time. I don't like my job. So watching Zom 100 and going, wait, I can put my life into my own hands. I can actually
what the fuck?
I can actually change things for myself. This is the kind of anime that is like once in a lifetime.
Fucked.
This is a once in a lifetime
going
kind of
crazy
anime.
right now.
It just hits all of the notes when it comes to like its when it comes to its theming and emotional moments. And not only that, but like the comedy's really good too. Ryuzaki alone is like fucking hilarious. I love that dude. And then the rest of the cast is great too.
Yeah, I agree. They're very strong cast. I mean, everyone's great. I mean, I feel like everyone brings their own thing to the show.
I really love the other side characters too. Shizuka has a really good arc. About learning to take things less seriously and actually enjoy yourself. Doesn't help that she's also hot as fuck. And then and then Beatrix is. She doesn't really like introduce anything to the story theme wise, but goddamn, she's just entertaining.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, just the idea of this German girl who's like stupidly obsessed with anime and samurais and stuff. I fucking love her. She's so good.
I agree. I think Shizuko, right? She's like, I don't know. I really liked her development.
Yeah.
I think I like how she was able to change from like only thinking about survival and stuff to being able to enjoy herself and smile a lot more and stuff. It was great to see it.
Absolutely. You said my mic is fucking up, so I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect real quick. Alright, we're back. Does my mic not fuck up anymore? Now I don't know if I can hear you. Why are we experiencing so much technical difficulty bullshit?
Hear me. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna restart my PC and I'll see if everything's good.
Okay.
It went to.
I gotta find something to do while I wait then. Alright, so have you heard about the rhinoceros? The rhinoceros is an animal that I believe produces more semen than the rest of the animals in the animal kingdom. I have always wanted to get a... I don't know if I can finish that. I mean, the video's gonna get fucking demonetized anyway, but like... But in the meantime, I'll ladder some Gen 4 Rambats. Because that'll give me something to do. And I'll do some commentary while we wait for Plasma to get the milk. I'll put my showdown tab here. Alright, so Letion lead is a thing that exists. I'm just gonna go for the Fire Blast straight away. It's probably gonna go for some sort of support move. That is not an Oko, that is surprising. I have Hidden Power Rock, I could have just used that. I don't know what I want to go for from here. I'm thinking another Fire Blast. Oh my god, you're back, Plasma. I was laddering Gen 4 Rambats while talking about Rhino Semen while you were gone.
I think everything should be better now.
Okay. That is very gaming. I'm gonna forfeit this game. My elo's gonna drop. Nah!
Oh no!
Alright. And let me put the Showdown tab back here. And then I think we've actually there's still more I can talk about with Zom 100. Fuck it, we'll just continue this. Yeah, because the start was amazing. I loved that first episode is obviously known as a groundbreaking achievement of this year.
Yeah,
one of the very best anime episodes this year. And then the rest of it was pretty consistent. I still say the first half was overall better than the second half, but that doesn't mean that the second half is bad. It is, honestly is just almost as good.
It's very close. It's very close in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like they're very like if one's like a 9.5, the other one's like a 9, for example.
Yeah, that's how I describe it.
It's very close.
Like the oh man, I just love it. Because the way they slowly introduce every character for the first half is amazing, and then it concludes in the amazing arc in episodes 6 and 7, where Akira finally gets to stick it to his boss. And it's such a good moment. He really comes into his own at this moment. And Yeah, like if Zom 100 was a movie, the movie would probably end there. But since it's a series, they still had to continue. So they introduced
Yeah.
Beatrix, and they had the story of him reuniting with his family, and getting to repay them for all they did for him. And it's amazing. The best part of that final arc is how it shows that how other people handle the apocalypse.
Yeah.
The like antagonist guy is just super hateful. He wants to. He was given a bad hand like Akira was, and he wanted to use that freedom of the apocalypse happening to harm others, which is such a good contrast from Akira. It makes for such a good antagonist for that arc.
Yeah,
Especially when it turns out that he was just some scared kid.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's just
Yeah, your audio's cutting out. Yeah. I will disconnect and reconnect real quick.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
Yeah, it's still sounding a little weird on your end. These technical difficulties are very annoying.
is this better or?
Yeah, I can hear you again.
Okay, good. Really.
And then you cut out again. How about you disconnect and reconnect? We'll see how that works.
I can, if you want, I can go on my headset mic. It might be better.
Okay,
it does sound worse, but it's...
Yeah, that might end up helping, hopefully. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually know what's causing the issue. Anyway, the rhinoceros is an animal that produces very large semen. I have once encountered a rhinoceros in the past, and oh boy, it was... I probably should not finish that sentence. Anyway, we'll find something to do while... Alright, you are back with the milk. Thank you for not leaving me like my father did.
Is this worse or better? I don't know.
Talk a little bit more and I'll be able to find out.
Yes, I love AIDS. I have AIDS. I hate Gen 9 to you.
It's really inconsistent. But yeah, you are right, the headset mic does sound worse.
Yeah. I didn't use it for a reason. Sharon. What the fuck? I think it's...
Man, I wish I knew why the cutting out mic issue was happening. Oh, you got soundboards here? I'm so funny. I am so funny for using soundboards, trust.
Ooh, give me that pussy.
Why did I make that up?
Added to the sample. I was like, why not?
Yeah. Alright, your mic still sounds a little cutty-outy, but I can at least understand you, so kind of. So,
Okay.
Well, we'll go on the wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. We are yet to find an isekai, but this is another one that I've dropped.
Yeah, Blue Orchestra.
Again, I think C tier for me. It's... I don't think I got too far, but I just found it boring. There wasn't a specific thing. It was just kind of boring. I mean, it was from what I remember of Your Lie in April, it's kind of like the same thing but with the violin. And it was like guy used to be like incredible with violin, then his dad left or something. And then he stopped playing it, and then I think he started again because of a girl, and like it was really boring because I already didn't like Your Lie in April too much. So
Based take.
this one was just I there was no point. I couldn't be bothered basically.
Yeah.
With all the seasonals that I was watching, there's no point coming back to this one.
Honestly, just looking at the poster, it just kind of seemed like some seasonal schlock.
Yeah. I was surprised out of everything, this one got 2 cores.
Yeah, like, I got 2 cores, they're not even split.
Exactly.
Would you put it above or below the other one?
I'll put it above, because I did make it further.
Alright, that'll be your criteria for dropped series, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, wheel time!
Wheel back!
We're so wheeling.
No way.
Alright, Link Click Season 2. Alright, we're putting this in A+ tier. Because, I mean, it's fucking Link Click. I'd say Link Click Season 1 is an S+ tier series. That shit is, like, damn near perfect. I fucking love Link Click Season 1. Season 2 takes the series in a very different direction. While Season 1 is kind of like Steins Gate mixed with Violet Evergarden, Season 2 is, like, Erased, kind of, but not really. But it's the closest thing I can find a comparison to. Basically, it's a mystery instead of, like, more emotional series, like the first season was. Which, they still have the emotional elements, which I think is obviously needed, because you need to keep the identity of what Link Click is. And I'm glad they decided to try something new. The more episodic direction that the series, that Season 1 had, probably wouldn't have worked for a second season. So I'm glad that Season 2 is radically different. Doesn't mean that it's as good, though. It took an S+ series and made it A+, which, still a great series, still amazing, but not quite Season 1 levels.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah. All right. You cut out for a little bit, and then I could hear you again. So just talk more, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I can hear you.
Good OPs, good EDs. That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have to say about Link Click Season 2, because I could, like... It's one of those series that I feel like I gotta rewatch to, like, really get everything I need out of it. That's how I generally feel about more mystery feeling stuff. I mean, like, I will eventually rewatch it, because Link Click is one of my favorite series ever, so... Anyway, wheels make me hard!
What is it? Oh, this one. This came out. I just.
Alright, where is it on the template?
Let's see. 1 second. It is near the bottom. Yeah, it's...
Could you repeat that? The mic cut out.
To the right of Spy Family.
Okay. To the right of Spy Family. This one.
Yeah. 1 second. Let's see. I'm gonna put it at. I'm gonna say. 1 second. I'll get back to you. I just need to check where the fuck I put this.
Plasma checks his mal list. This will be.
Yeah.
I'll do a counter every time this happens. This is count number 1.
Oh fuck you. Let's see. What is it? I think I put it at a 6.
So C+.
Which we said, yeah, C+. It was fine. It's not an isekai, but it's basically an isekai.
Yeah.
Like I think he goes back in time or something. I don't remember.
We're gonna go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to take turkeys off the menu.
God damn it. Yeah, it was fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much to say about it.
Wheels! Oh, I'm cracking a big fat fucking boner right now.
Okay then. You do you.
My home hero. I already discussed this one and I said pretty much everything I wanted to say about it last time. So there's not too much for me to elaborate on. The basic gist is it's a good series. Nothing more. It's a solid, suspenseful thriller, but nothing particularly memorable. It's a fun ride. I'd say it's a B tier.
Fair enough.
All right, wheel.
Wheel.
All right, the dangers in my heart. You saw this one. So.
Yeah. 7.
All right.
What's that? B tier, solid.
Right. And then 7.5 is B plus, in case there's like a standout 7
Actually,
out of 10 for you.
I'll put it in B plus. I'll put it in B plus. I liked it. It's just a romance with kind of loner MC, and then you got the main female who's meant to be like a model. Who might I add, not look like a middle schooler, but yeah. Anyway,
yeah, and like
it's just the main character. He's kind of like meant to be like an emo guy who like he's kind of I guess he's kind of like jealous of her, so he wants to kill her.
Yeah, that's why I like to call him School Shooter Boy.
Yeah, he's School Shooter Boy really. He wants to murder her, but then he tries to go to like the library to be on his own, but he keeps seeing this girl because she's always fucking eating in the library because she can't eat anywhere else. And then they kind of like get closer. The first season was, I'm trying to remember how the first season ended because I read it as well. So it was, I from what I remember, it was fine. It was like, I mean, I think it was better as it got along, so I think season 2 will be decent. But it was fine.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those series where, like, I've seen this kind of romance a lot before. Loner guy with popular girl. Doesn't really appeal to me that much anymore. But I get the appeal.
I like it, but this one was just okay. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was just a little bit better than okay, so B plus was good for me.
Yeah, for me, something like that would be more of a B tier, but it's your opinion.
I think I might put it down depending on what else we put in B plus.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. That's what a lot of the tier list is going to be like anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I literally came at this wheel. Oh my god, we're not even like a sixth of the way through, and this wheel already made me that hard.
No way.
Alright, Ranking of Kings Season 1.5. It's a bunch of side stories to a series that is very good. But, like, why didn't you just wait to adapt more material from the manga? Why didn't you release 10 episodes of full-animated filler? This could have been used elsewhere! Why the fuck did you do this? Why? D tier, fuck this shit.
Basically, it was fine, but it just was its existence was really unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, I dropped it halfway through. It was so fucking boring.
That's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah.
It didn't need to exist, but it was okay.
Yeah, like, it did not need to exist. Like, just wait for the manga to have enough material for a season 2 and release a season 2 when that happens.
Yeah.
It would be like if Made in Abyss between the long waits between seasons had a fucking like 10 episode filler arc about like Rico and Reg like cooking shit in the abyss, and it was like had this really happy theming, completely juxtaposing all the fucking dark shit that happens in the series. That's basically this shit for Ranking of Kings. It's like they took this surprisingly dark and heartfelt story and went, haha, funny, goofy side stories. It's like, no, fuck you, fuck this shit, I fucking hated it.
Crazy.
Man, I just like the series way more than I thought I did. Alright, you're back. I imagine my audio cut out a little. But yeah, that's about all I have to say for Ranking no King Season 1.5. I did not like it.
No.
Anyway, time to get boner again. I fucking love this wheel. Oh my god, I'm so glad I did this shit. Alright, Boofery
Season 2.
I think
I preferred Season 1. I'm gonna put this in... Let's see, where could I put this thing?
Plasma checks his mouth.
I'm gonna say A.
Alright.
I like it. It's very good fun. Basically, it revolves around a girl who plays her first video game, because a friend wanted her to, and what she does is she really doesn't want to like take damage, so she puts all her stuff into defense, and it turns out to be very, very, very broken. And it's kind of just about her doing very wacky strategies in the game to constantly break it and piss off the admins, while just being around a group of a bunch of nice people. It's just a good comfort watch, kind of.
Yeah.
I like it.
Honestly, that sounds like a really relaxing watch.
It is a very relaxing watch. It's quite funny as well with some of the stuff that she does. Like how she eats a monster from the inside.
Yeah, because to me that'd be the kind of series I'd probably put more in B tier, but I totally understand why you would enjoy it as much as you did.
Mm-hmm.
By anything more to say about it, or
nah. I mean, it's a season 2, so it's hard to say too much. It's just good fun.
Alright, time to come. This wheel makes me come more than my girlfriend, it's sad.
Vending machine.
Yeah,
So
I put in some of these jokes in the wheel. So you'll get to enjoy those.
The vending machine. I'm gonna put this B.
Alright. I'll just put it at the top of B because it's funny.
I think it's, once again, it's really silly. The gimmick is really stupid, and I have to say it did get kind of old as the series went on. I feel like the later half was kind of boring. I'd say it was more like a B+ until the later half, where it did become a bit dull. I might put it, actually, I'm gonna put it in C+.
Oh, okay. I was honestly not expecting that.
Because the later half was really, like, it was dragging on too much.
Mm-hmm.
The gimmick was funny, but after 6 episodes, it's like, okay, he's a vending machine. He can transform into a bunch of different vending machines and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Now we have to go back to the wheel. I'm gonna resist making a cum joke this time, but me saying that already means I made a cum joke. We all know this is like at least A+, right?
Yeah. What are you saying?
For me, it's an A+. But if you want to put it on S and S+, I wouldn't even be bothered. I mean, it's Attack on Titan.
Personally say S+. Honestly.
I'd say we'll average it out to S then.
But S, I can see S. Maybe either S or S+.
Yeah, we'll put an S then. Because like when it comes to times where our opinions are different, we'll just average out our scores.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like an 8.5, but I totally understand the 10. Because like this is the perfect conclusion to this series. It really is.
Oh fuck.
Oh damn! Something happened.
I think nothing good.
Oh okay. But yeah, because like I'm not the biggest fan of the first 3 seasons. I'm gonna be real with that. But season 4 just completely role reversed everything, and it made the series so engaging. It's like this big political drama, a lot that also has like these really cool battle shonen elements. So it combines not only like the hype battle elements, but also has like these more intense seinen moments too. It's just like, oh man, this is the series that was meant to just win over everyone by the end, and in my opinion, it stuck that landing with just a really fucking cool fight.
I love this. I think the second is strong. And I like the ending. I mean, I know a lot of people.
Yeah, you're just completely cutting out. Repeat what you said. After I like the ending.
I think it was great. I think it was the perfect ending.
I agree. Like, because they
Season
have.
4 started, and then I think with that path, it was perfect what they did. It's what had to happen.
It's what they had to do. I very much agree with that. It's like, oh, why did they kill Eren? Like, that's the only thing they could have done there. That's where the story was naturally leading up to.
Yeah.
Oh, why does the cycle repeat? Because that's the fucking message of the story, retard.
Yeah.
Did we watch the same fucking show? Oh man, I'm really passionate about people who hate the ending. Like, you guys did not watch the same fucking last 2 episodes as me.
I don't know what they were trying to get out of the story if they didn't agree with it, to be honest. It's what had happened with how the message they were trying to convey and the way the story was going. It only made sense.
Absolutely. This is such a good conclusion. Like,
Yeah.
this is the conclusion that the Attack on Titan deserved, because Attack on Titan is the face of anime now. It no longer is Death Note. So,
It is the face of anime. I mean, whenever someone says anime, people think Attack on Titan, really. So it was a good ending for a historical anime.
yeah. And now, time for real again.
That's the end of Attack on Titan Season 4, Part 4, Part 4, Part 4, Part 1, Part 7.2.
Alright, the girl I like forgot her glasses. I'm gonna be real, the more I think about this series, the more it doesn't sit right with me.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I've gotten completely sick of like these more slow-paced romances where and it's not even like I particularly love the dynamic either. The main character is a simp and the main girl is a complete dumbass, which, like,
Yeah.
it's charming for a little bit and then it just goes old.
Yeah,
Like,
I can see that. I mean, I read it, so it was a lot faster for me, so I didn't have to sit through the same very slow. And to be fair, the more I heard you talk about this, I did start to agree with you a lot more with it being kinda retarded.
Yeah. And it's like,
So I'll agree with you.
I don't even like particularly hate it. Like, I know it got a lot of hate for like its weird animation and the not the weird animation is one thing. I actually thought it was fine. The show looked fine. In fact, I actually think it looked pretty good, minus some weird shots. And the and then for me, it's just I don't know, the dynamic just got old. But it's funny too, because like I can like series like this, like Takagi-san has a similar formula, and that's one of my favorite romance anime ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, not a huge fan of this. C+.
Come back to you on that. Yeah. I agree. C+. That's good.
All right, wheel time.
Wheel.
Oh my god, I'm so glad to be able to talk about these.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Tony Kaku Kawaii. It's one of those shows where even just thinking about it makes me fucking smile.
I know. Same here. I did put both though.
Yeah.
I think I put both. Yeah.
I'd probably put an objective score for me would probably be like A. I don't mind if we put it higher.
I'd say A, and I put at the top of it.
Yeah, I'd say top of A works. Like, oh man, I love Tony Kaku
It's so wholesome. It's so fucking wholesome.
Absolutely. They just took the cutest fucking couple imaginable and just let them interact. The show doesn't have like amazing plot progression or anything. They have a plot that's slowly growing in the background, but for the most part, it's just seeing this adorable couple being adorable together.
Yeah.
We already talked about what makes season 2 work and what makes season 2.5 work as well.
Yeah, I mean, we did talk about this quite a lot, so I don't think we need to say much about it.
Yeah, well, for the sake of saving time, we're just gonna end it here. But if you want to watch some of our older seasonal videos about this show, then absolutely please do. We have so much to say about this series and how absolutely wonderful it is. I'm honestly shocked I haven't picked up the manga yet. I really got to. Because I
should as well.
I need a feel-good read, you know?
Yeah, if I do pick it up, I think I'll just start from, like, the end of season 2. I don't think I really need to read it all over again. I guess it depends on how long it is.
Yeah. Alright, wheel time.
Wheel. Oh, Aiden-kun.
I'd say it's S. Honestly, potential for S+.
S. I can back an S+ if you want. It's your choice.
We'll put it in S+ if we have nothing else in S+. I think that's what we'll do. For now, we'll just put it top of S.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this is my pick for anime of the year. I loved Oshinoko so fucking much.
Episode 1. Oh my god.
Episode 1, I'm making this prediction already. It will be anime of the decade by the time that 2030 happens. It will be the best episode of the decade by the time that happens.
It was fucking incredible.
Yeah. Like, there are a few anime out there where that have gotten, like, that much tears out of my eyes from just one episode.
One episode.
Only 90 minutes and I'm already fucking crying a storm for these characters who I've only known for 90 minutes.
You make use of those 90 minutes so well. I make you feel like...
Yeah, like, the prologue arc is absolutely incredible, and the series doesn't stop moving after that. Like, it's becomes genuinely so engaging after that, because, like, you care about you care about what happened to her, you want to see the murderer get this fucking ass kicked in for it.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of the series was not as good as episode 1.
Yeah.
But it was still very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Which puts it in S tier.
And there are elements of the rest of season 1 that don't show up in episode 1. Like, Kana is a pretty mediocre part of episode 1. Like, she does her job. That's about it. But, like, after episode 1, she's probably like the best character of the series. She's so much fucking fun.
Yeah. I love her.
Yeah, she is, like, easily best girl. And the craziest thing, too, is that, like, Akane is so close to also being best girl. She is such a good character. And the arc she has in episodes, I believe episodes 5 and 6, or 6 and 7, I don't quite remember.
6 and 7, 6 and 7.
Okay, 6 and 7. Yeah, that arc, I already loved it in the manga. It was amazing in the manga. The anime, though, elevated it to new fucking heights. Like, that shit is, like, almost as good as the prologue. Like, it is that good.
It was great.
Like, I've talked myself into making it S+ too. Oh my god, I fucking love Oshinoko.
Yeah.
Like, the, oh man, and then, I love all the theming, as well, with, like, the whole, because like the main theme, of course, being lies. The reason why reincarnation is such a big theme is because Ai wants to love people, and yet the people who she ends up loving, her children, are people who can't tell her about who they truly are.
Yeah.
It makes the final moment of her life so much more tragic than it already would have been. And that's why the reincarnation element works so well. And it also makes it so it's like more plausible that Aqua would go on to kill the go on a revenge quest. Because like if he was just a normal kid, like how would he even get the motivation for revenge? Let's be real.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this series is a series where they really make the reincarnation bit mean something aside from this is how the story starts. It really like it's very important to the story. The fact that he was reincarnated.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'd say absolutely one of the best anime of the year.
Yep.
My personal pick for anime of the year. Just everything about it just made my penis expand so God damn it. Why do I have to include a joke at every turn? And like the thing is I didn't even like talk about everything I loved about it. Because there's just too much to love about it.
Amazing.
Alright, wheel time, baby.
Wheel, yeah.
The dreaming boy is a real.
Let me start with this one.
This might be your only FT.
You know what? F tier. I'm making F tier. This show pisses me off so much. Because I'll say tsundere and the worst possible way. I mean that in a derogatory way. Oh my days, I hate this fucking girl. Oh, basically, the main character is a guy who's always trying to go for this girl, yeah? And she's always telling him to fuck off. But he won't. And it ends up becoming kind of like his character at this point. But then he has like a fucking epiphany or something, and he stops. He starts treating her just like a classmate, like everything's good. But the girl don't like that. She wants him to come talk to her. but she won't go and talk to him. Because apparently it's his job, even though she kept telling him to piss off. So then the guy starts interacting with other characters who are so much better than this girl. I don't even remember her name, I won't lie. The other characters are so much better. The side characters are the only reason this show is an F-. I get angry when I think about this show because it's so infuriating.
Yeah, like this show seems like it was just specifically designed to piss people off.
Yeah.
Like what fucking premise is that? Like what? It's like, bitch, just let this guy move on and get better bitches. I don't know, they could do interesting things with that concept, but like, the way you're talking about it, they just executed it in the most frustrating way imaginable.
Because he almost gets hit by football. And for some reason that makes him start having like thinking existential thoughts or something.
Oh man. I think we're ready to go back to the wheel.
Yeah.
Tsurune Season 2. The most important thing about this series is that it is the latest KyoAni series. Which, I mean, it's KyoAni, it looks fucking gorgeous. But ultimately, Tsurune Season 1 wasn't crazy. It was a perfectly fine sports anime. It existed. Season 2 is actually an improvement. I actually liked Season 2 a lot more than Season 1. Still B tier. But yeah, I actually do like Season 2 more. And not only do a lot of the main characters get more development, fuck, I forgot their names, but like the big red-haired guy and like his funny like short sidekick dude who gets all the bitches. They're my favorite characters, and they get a really solid episode in this season. They introduce a new character named Nikaido who has a really solid conflict with the main character Minato. Minato is a fucking boring as rock MC, but like the characters who bounce off him tend to bounce off him really well, and Nikaido is a good example of that. Nikaido is basically his own instructor for his own archery group. He's against the idea of having an instructor for his team. Meanwhile, and he's able to prove his point by being better than the main characters. But the main characters love their instructor, so they gotta like do better to prove Nikaido wrong. And then you find out why Nikaido feels the way he does about this particular opinion, and like it's good shit. It's genuinely good shit.
Okay.
Despite that, I'm still having trouble even remembering, like, a lot of what happened in the series outside of that, and that's not the only aspect of this series. The series does have to juggle a lot of characters and a lot of plot elements, and honestly, it's part of what kind of blends the series into the background for me. It's one of the least impressive KyoAni series in terms of just story. However, again, it's KyoAni, so it's at least eye candy. I might be tempted to put it up to B+ later, but for now, I think B's fine.
Alright.
Wheel.
Okay.
I fucking love My Happy Marriage.
Same.
I would put it in either S or A+. Like, I love it that much.
I'd say A+, top of A+.
Yeah, I say.
Well, I don't know about top, because...
For now, top of
I
A+.
think yeah.
Like,
It's so
man.
adorable.
It
But it's
is.
so sad. I think they balance it really well. Like, the really sad moments that make you really feel something, and then the really adorable moments that you get as well.
Mhm.
I think they make a very good job. Show.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I watched those first two episodes and was like, this is just fucking depressing. Oh my god, I feel so sad for this fucking girl, because like she's such a sweetheart. She's a genuinely kind person, and but then more and more episodes come, and it's so wholesome. It's one of those feel good series that isn't like, oh, it feels so good, but more so, oh, it feels so good. This girl finally gets to be fucking happy. Like halfway through the series, I was fucking damn near close to tears, just finally being able to see this character who I had grown to really like just be happy for once. Despite all the adversity she faces, despite the fact that she was born differently from the rest of her family, her husband just doesn't care. He's willing to see her for who she is, and it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful.
Oh fuck.
One thing I will say though is that the second half, despite being very good, it is not nearly as good as the first half. The first half was more about how she grows to appreciate how her husband slowly grows to love her, and how she grows to slowly love him. The second half turns into, oh my gosh, she actually does have superpowers, and she has one of the strongest superpowers, and like, okay, we're drifting a little far from the point here, but like, it's still good. It's still really good, because like, it still reinforces that love that the characters have for each other. Even though, part of me feels like it might have been a little bit better if it happened a little later on, when, because... Don't get me wrong, I love the characters right now. However, I still feel like we haven't gotten quite enough time with them. Like, we haven't gotten, like, a kiss or any of that other stuff. Like, I think the farthest they've gone is holding hands. So it feels a little weird for a plot element this big to happen this early on. However, I'll hold my breath for when Season 2 comes out, because I've already really fucking loved what they showed. It is surprising though. I've had more critiques than I assumed I would. But nah,
Yeah.
that doesn't detract from it at all. I still absolutely fucking love what it does. What it does right, it
I-
does so fucking right.
I definitely agree. It's great. I fucking love it.
Yeah. Do you have anything more to add about it?
Oh no, I think I agree with pretty much everything you said.
All right. Wheel time. All right, Bleach 1000-Year Blood War
Elite
Part 2.
1000-Year Blood War. I'm gonna put this at the bottom of S.
All right. Where? Okay, there it is.
Yeah. So, the original 1000-Year Blood War, the Part 1, S+. This one, there wasn't as much action, and I think the start was great. But this, I mean, it's still Bleach, and Bleach is S tier, and I love it. So, I have to keep it there. And it's the later half is so fucking good. When Ichigo gets his OP buff, because we find out at the end of part 1 that his entire life, his powers had been sealed by, so his enemy, well, his mother was part of the enemy, kind of. So the people are invading. His mum is actually a part of them, and his mum died when he was very little. And the leader of those enemies had actually sealed his power for the entire series, because he didn't want him to start fighting and stuff. And he unsealed his powers, and he becomes OP. And the first half is more so like a training arc. Even though, to be fair, we don't really see much of it, because the training itself is very like, you can't really watch it because of what the training is. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but it's hard. You don't really watch it, so you see stuff from the other characters while he's training. But when he finishes training and he comes down, he's fucking insane, and it's funny. It's fun. See, I'm so gassed for the next part, because I know the next part is going to be great. And we see some of like the characters who were presented as insanely strong, but we'd never actually seen them fight. We do actually see them fight, and it's so entertaining to see them fight. One of the guys is really funny. I'm not gonna get too far into it, but it's great. But obviously, I can understand why not as many people are watching it, because of how much you have to watch before you get there. But
Yeah.
it's a great series.
Time to spin my penis so my cum can come out in a weird angle.
What? Cheat skill.
For anyone watching this in the background, I'm just gonna spell out what I typed in here and say it out loud. Cheat skill. I'm not typing the rest of the fucking name. Fuck you for watching these shows with these stupid ass titles, Plasma. I still love you, no homo.
I love you too.
Alright, it's right here.
I'm gonna put it in S plus. No, I'm kidding. I think B plus purely for the comedy. There's so many stupid things that happen in this show. Like when he gives a fucking suplex to an entire bear. Stupid. It's shitty isekai, but it's actually funny, and it's unserious. I can just have a laugh at it, because basically, Fat Boy discovers isekai. Boy is not fat anymore. He's very, very strong. Yeah, he goes to like a super prestigious academy because like, when he was fat, he saved a girl from like getting abused by some guys, and she was actually the like granddaughter of the like chairman of the academy or something like
That's
that.
the
And he
most
goes and
contrived bullshit ever. I love it.
yeah. It's just funny. So like obviously it's S plus. It's better than it's so much more emotional than Oshinoko. When I said Oshinoko episode 1 was the best episode of the year, I was lying. It was actually the 13th best. It was the 14th best anime episode of the year. The top 13 was this show.
Just need to add a few more pluses.
Oh yeah, just a few more. Cheese skill, yeah.
All right, time to go back to the wheel.
Okay, let's skip this one. I didn't actually watch it.
Okay.
I didn't.
Time to get back to the wheel.
I was gonna. I watched season 1. I forgot to start season 2.
All right.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, I wish I didn't
Three
skip
Diaries?
this one because like everyone's talking about how good it is.
So we're in the. It's a 2-course season, and obviously we're halfway through because it's currently airing, and I fucking love this thing. S above Bleach, and yes, I know I'm putting a bunch in S, but this one, I fucking love it. It's so good. I love Maoma. She's an amazing main character. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say too much. It's hard to explain why I like the show so much without spoiling.
Yeah, because I will eventually pick it up.
Yeah, I know you will. So it's very entertaining. That's all I'll say. It's great, and I think Malmo is kind of like the closest. It's like very sort of like a male counterpart to Oriki.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You've sold me on the
Sort
series
of.
already. I'm gonna watch. As soon as I finish High Score Girl, I'm gonna be watching
like,
this shit.
Kind of. Like, I think there's similarities. They're not exactly the same, but there's similarities. But yeah, it's a great show. You should definitely watch it.
Yeah, I'll definitely pick it up. Time for the wheel.
Lookism. So, I watched this yesterday. Honestly,
Alright, where do you
I
have it
like
on
this
the
show.
template?
It is. I think it's near the top. Yeah, next to Tomo-chan.
Oh, okay.
Left
There
to
we go.
Tomo-chan. Yeah, that. Bottom of A.
Alright.
I think this show was good. I mean, I think with the premise that they had, it could have definitely been a lot more emotional if they had more. It was an 8-episode series. I think if it was longer and it was a lot more like they put a lot more effort into like the emotional side of it, it would have been a solid A plus. But it's still good. So the premise is kid gets bullied all his life, like really badly, because he's a big boy, and he ends up having enough, and he moves away to a different school in which he wakes up into a Giga Chad's body with his old body on the floor.
Oh,
So
wow.
basically, when he goes to sleep, he will switch bodies, and he ends up experiencing what it's like to, look amazing, because by everyone else's standards, he looks amazing. Or everyone wants to talk to him. He's fucking strong as well. He can he doesn't look for fights, but when people look for fights against him, he's pretty fucking strong. One thing I will say is it feels quite unrealistic because people are trying to start fights with him just because he's being popular and he looks good. So people are starting fist fights with him, which does honestly feel a bit unrealistic. But I still really like the show, and I have to say, the last, like, I think it was the last 3 episodes, 2 or 3 episodes, I love them, where you had, like, the main, like, plot point of the story, which was, him, like, finding another, big boy, while he's still in this, like, Chad body.
Yeah.
And he ends up, like, making a song with him, and that final episode where they perform at, like, their festival was fucking amazing. I loved it. The fat guy got bars as well. I'll say that. That guy got bars.
Mhm.
Anyway, it was a good show. Maybe B plus, but for now I'm gonna keep it in A.
All right. And
I'll see the distribution, then I might put it down.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, we'll keep it down to B plus. Maybe I'll put it up. Maybe I think it's fine in B plus.
Yeah, B plus is gonna get a lot more bloated later on. By the way, I have a lot of shows that will end up going there, but
yeah.
And right now I think is good for us to take that unedited bathroom break. I need to grab a new water. I gotta get some pills for my head pain that just came up. And I also need to piss. So let's just get all that done now.
Yeah.
Alright, I am back, and you'll be waiting for plasma now. Oh man, my head's really fucking hurting. Just took some ibuprofen, hopefully that helps.
Alright, I'm back.
Honestly, kind of makes me hard.
What?
And now we can continue the wheel.
Let's go. More wheel.
Reign of the Seven Spell Place. I don't even know what the poster for this one looks like, so you'll have to guide me.
What? It is the third to last one on the second row.
Okay, this one?
Yeah. C plus.
Alright.
Bottom. Not much to say about this. Actually, maybe just regular C. I'll put it in regular C.
Alright, probably top of it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost isekai. The main character's like meant to be just an average guy, when in reality he's like really strong and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a girl who's like she's like she fought in a war, and they're at a school where everyone's trying to kill each other. It's boring. It's like okay. The characters are the interactions with the characters are fine. That's it. That's all. I don't gotta say shit about this one.
Wheel. We still have 40 entries left. Goddamn.
We're gonna have so many isekais. Yeah, again. Uh,
The Ice Blade Sorcerer. Where the fuck is this one?
C bottom. No. Second in C.
All right. Where's the poster on the template?
It is. Um, I think that's Sugar Apple Fairy Tale in the first row.
Yeah. Okay. So this one.
Yeah, that one. That one.
All
Yeah.
Then you said P.
Yeah. Actually, put it above Reign of the Seven Spell Blades. Yeah. Another one. It's like it's not an isekai. It's almost it feels like one. It's boring. Main character's overpowered, but he has to like he can't make full use of his full ability because he like accidentally almost killed himself in a war because he got upset that like someone died. I think. So yeah, it's another one. I don't have much to say about it.
Yeah, we're getting to a point where even plots like that seem like they're trying to, like, add a fun twist to it, also feel generic.
Yeah,
It's fucking ridiculous.
he's generic.
Anyway, we... Alright, My Tiny Senpai. I was really excited for this one because I thought the girl was cute. The series started to get a little bit better later on as just kind of a relaxing, dumb fun watch. But despite that, I think I overrated it last time we talked about it. It's C+. I'd put it like top of C+, but yeah, C+. I really have nothing else to say about it outside of that though, so we're gonna move on. Pokemon Horizons, alright. I ended up dropping it, but not because it was bad, rather because I had way too many seasonals to watch, and, I mean, it becomes a commitment to watch something as long as Pokemon Horizons for as long as it is out. So I'd say bottom of A tier. It is genuinely a very good series. I really like, I think Liko is a great protagonist. She's pretty shy, hard for her to get out of her shell, but because of the more adventure style of Pokemon, she ends up becoming more outgoing. It's really fun seeing that character development for her. The other characters are really fun too, even if they are relatively basic. And it's just a fun series. It's the first time Pokemon's genuinely felt fun. Because when they also have like a very different style for how they're going with it, where they're like on like this airship touring different regions to try and find like the mysteries behind like the secret Pokemon and like this pendant and shit. It's so different from everything else the Pokemon anime has done, and it's different in a way that's actually fun to watch, unlike Journeys, which ended up getting old real fast. Pokemon Horizons never got old. I'd say it's one of those series where it's really sad that I had to drop it, because like I ended up really loving it. So I'd say bottom of A, maybe even I might put it in B+ later, but for now I'll keep it bottom of A.
All right.
And now we get to move on. Onimai. I dick ride Onimai a lot. Like I really like Onimai. And even despite that, I can only really put it in B+. And my reason for that is that though that introduction is fucking incredible. Like the main character was a NEET, wasted all of his life. The plot really is just Mushoku Tensei if it was a cute girls doing cute things series, which I think is a fantastic premise. But despite that, I do feel like a lot of the NEET rehabilitation stuff does end up kind of falling into the background as it becomes more of a standard slice of life. And I feel like the other characters that Mahiro has to bounce off of, despite the fact that Mahiro is such a fun character and I love her, I do feel like the other characters she has to bounce off of are not nearly as interesting as she is. I like Momoji, she's alright. Asahi is really fun, although a bit underdeveloped. And Mio, I feel like, has a lot of potential. They have a lot. I feel like they're gonna do a lot with her later on. When it comes to like the slice of life aspect of Onimai, I feel like it's just starting to get its footing. It won't like fully develop until later. And when it comes to the neat and rehabilitation stuff, that stuff is always great. However, it's really disappointing how much of a background element it feels like the farther the series goes on. Despite that, I will say that those first couple of episodes, a fucking peak, absolute peak shit. And I really like the ending too, where Mahiro decides, yeah, I'll keep being a girl. I like having all these new connections and friendships that I wouldn't have gotten if I just continued to play video games in my room all day.
Yeah.
The series can get deeper. However, I feel like for the most part they leaned more into like the wholesome elements and the comedy, which is fine. I just felt like this series had a lot more potential than what ended up happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll
I was thinking about this just now.
This is like one of those series where our opinions are so different. For me, it's a B plus.
Yeah.
For me, it's a B plus series. For you, it's an S plus series.
Yeah.
So we'll average that out by making it A plus, if that sounds right to you.
Okay. I mean, I think considering mine is a little bit of like I think as a series, objectively, put it in A. I think your opinion holds a little bit more weight, because for me, it's just like I find this so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's just like, I wish I was him. That's it. I just wish I was him.
Oh my! I wish I was him too. Mahiru is hot as fuck.
Yeah. I don't know.
And her personality is adorable too. What the fuck? They literally made like the perfect wife. Not even waifu, just a straight up wife.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me it's like I don't know, it's just so adorable, the interactions within these two. And the fact that like stuff does actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like, oh, you're like, oh, they're just like doing all this shit. Like,
because if stuff
happens,
didn't happen, it would be if stuff didn't happen, it'd be C tier for me. But because like it had like an actual plot, for me, it actually is a good series. Like,
I loved it.
Like, I really love the dynamic between the main two characters, where Mahiru is seen as perfect by everyone, but she finally gets to meet someone who just kind of treats her as just another person.
Yeah. And I think it's nice that both of them get so much out of like their friendship, and you can see it. You can really see it.
Yeah.
And I have to say, the running gag that they're literally newlyweds is really, really funny sometimes.
Yeah.
It does get a little bit old as you go on, but it doesn't change my opinion. I still fucking love this series.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say, the episode 7 ED is one of my favorite EDs, full stop. It's so fucking good.
Yeah. I gotta listen to more of the EDs, because Mahiru's voice is fucking adorable as well.
Her singing voice is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yes, and then like the thing too is that like, despite the fact that Mahiru is obviously the most eye-driving character, the main dude is like an actual character too. His name is Amane.
Yeah, he's not really
right?
boring. Yeah, Amane. He's not. I don't think he's that boring. Like, I feel like when you have someone like Mahiru as your as one of your main characters, a lot of the time it tends to overshadow the male MC a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't happen this time. I think they both bring stuff to the table, and they're both great and main characters.
Yeah, like I really love how because like they introduce him as like, oh, he's the dude who was he's kind of like a Hine Dere in a lot of ways. so
Yeah.
disinterested a lot. He's got his friend, but that's about it. And the dude is just kind of like, I don't really give a shit about anything. And I still find it so funny how he still kind of is that way when Mahiru enters his life. And
I mean, at first he refused to like talk to her anymore. I mean, if he didn't faint, if he didn't like get knocked down on the floor by him being sick after giving her the umbrella, then none of it would have happened because first he kind of refused. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. He was basically just saying, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Just leave me alone. But after that, things happen and wholesomeness happens. And I think both of them change a lot because of each other. And it's so wholesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we can justify an A+ for this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it even near as high personally, but I know just how much you absolutely just love it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can't really dispute anything you say. If I were to have any like complaints, I'd say that the whole point with Mahiru is that she isn't as perfect as she seems, and yet to me she kind of is.
I feel like if you ignore the fact that like she's not able to really become close with anyone, I think it does kind of seem that like she's quite perfect. But I think that's kind of like the point. Like, it does really look like it. Like, even if you're trying to look for a reason that she's not perfect, it's very hard to find. And the only gripe I have with the show is that it was it was kind of rushed. Because, I mean, 4 volumes in 12 episodes is quite fast. But other than that, it's great.
Alright. Wheel time, baby.
Yeah. Isekai C+. That's all I gotta say.
Alright, so which one is it?
It is where is it? It's next to, so you know the Megumin spin-off.
Okay,
2 places to the right.
Oh,
No,
2 places
two places to the right. Yeah, that one. C+. Or actually C. That's it. Move on.
Alright.
If you wanna know more about my shitty isekai takes, then watch the other videos.
Yeah.
I talk a little bit about them.
My Clueless First Friend. This one is so good. I'd say realistically, it's more of like a B+ series, but at the same time, I remember how much we loved it.
I can back a B+ if you want. I agree with wherever you place it. I think our opinion is pretty much the same.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, do I put it at? I'd say I'd put it at like top of B+.
Yeah, top of B+.
Realistically speaking, because I feel like as time has moved on, my opinions on the series have had more time to marinate, and it did end up just kind of feeling more like, yeah, it's just a really, really good romance series, as opposed to this is something really special.
It's not really a romance. It kind of is. It's kind of like it's like a Komi-san, but like literal children.
Yeah, and the characters are elementary schoolers, so you can't go too far with the romance. But I think that's also part of the appeal. It's because of the character's age, it creates dynamics that you wouldn't see in anime otherwise.
Yeah, and you don't. I like how because they are children, there's not too much like drama and stuff. There is,
and any drama that does exist ends up getting resolved because the main guy is like, oh, but she's so cool. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. You have a way of like twisting his words to twisting anyone else's words to make it seem like a compliment.
Yeah.
And then he's just like the secret Riz master without like even him realizing. And it's fun. I think it's adorable at times. So I mean, obviously you got that one bully who does things, but not enough. It's minor things that you'd expect from elementary schoolers.
And one of the bully characters ends up becoming a main cast character anyway.
Yeah.
After she realizes, wow, Nishimura actually is just the sweetest sweetheart in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Pokemon Horizons above Onimai is bothering me, so I'm putting it. Alright, wheel time, baby. Mashal.
Let's see, Mashal. C tier, like bottom of C tier.
Oh damn! I was not expecting it to be that low.
It's not bad. It's just average.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically a really it's like Saitama on the same power level in a world with magic.
Mm-hmm.
Where people without magic are meant to like kind of be murdered. And he goes to like magic school, and he kind of like he acts like he's got magic when he doesn't. And he just beats people up basically. It's boring.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much to it.
Yeah, like when I heard the premise, I'm like, this seems really gimmicky. It just seems like a Harry Potter X Saitama, which don't get me wrong, would be hot as fuck to see on Rule 34, but not much outside of that.
Okay then. Moving onward.
Alright, wheel time, baby. Ah, man, I remember when I said cum jokes with the wheel, but now I just say wheel time. It's boring as fuck. Masterful Cat. Basically, if we made Senko-san mid. I don't understand how this thing got like a 7.6 on my anime list. What do people see in this series? Like, I genuinely don't know. D tier.
Anyone who rates so high hasn't seen Senko-san.
Yeah. Like, anyone who rates it so high has never seen Senko-san. Senko-san is the fucking goat. I love that shit. Masterful Cat is like a gender-swapped Senko-san, which on one hand is kind of a good thing. Saku is adorable. I love her.
Oh
she is so entertaining.
That's the one like redeeming quality of the show. She's adorable.
But like the jokes aren't particularly good. The heartwarming moments aren't particularly heartwarming. I don't even know what the show is even trying to do or be. It just feels so confused.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, it's more of a C tier, but I mean, I dropped it, and I think that alone. Anything I drop, I think, just kind of automatically goes in D.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, wheel time. Fuck. Come time, baby. We made a joke out of this time. Alright, Tomo-chan is a girl.
Tomo-chan is a girl.
I'd say it's a B+.
Yeah, fair. I think near like middle / top, in my opinion.
Yeah. I would personally go like here. It's one of those series.
Okay, fair enough.
It's one of those series where I'm like, I feel like I should like it way more than it is, because like if I like look at it objectively, it does all these things that I really love. It has, it adapts everything in a single season without feeling rushed. All the characters are perfectly good. Yet for some reason I can't put it any higher than B+. I don't even know what it is. Maybe I'm just not into tomboys. I don't fucking know.
To be honest, I'm not as much into tomboys, but I could still find the series funny. I don't know. It was kind of just like nice. It was just nice to watch. I think I agree with the B+ because there's nothing that it does like outstandingly, and it doesn't do anything. It doesn't stick out from a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not bad in any sort of way, really. So I think B+ is perfect.
Yeah. And I wasn't lying when I said that B+ was eventually going to become bloated.
Yeah.
Because I have so much stuff that I want to put in there.
Yeah.
And then, I don't have much else to say about Tomo-chan.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, how did I forget her name? The fucking girl with the black hair, I love her. She's best girl. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's great.
Anyway.
You did remove it from the fucking wheel, you dumbass.
Alright, Demon Slayer Season 3. Oh yeah, I didn't remove Tomo-chan from the wheel. Alright, there we go. For me, I'd put it in D tier because I'm a certified Demon Slayer hater, but
I'll put it at the bottom of C+ tier for me, so you can put it in C tier.
all right.
If you Okay. We all know how much you hate Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
For me, who doesn't hate it as much, it's not my favorite. This season it wasn't even the worst one because nothing will come close to Mugen Train. That shit was
Mugen Train is just straight ass.
ass. Yeah. But this season was just forgettable. Literally by the end of the next season, like anime season, I forgot it existed.
Yeah,
Because
I forgot it existed too.
nothing-
And to be fair, I did drop it, so that kind of also has to do with it. But
nothing actually happened. There was good animation, but compared to the other seasons, season 1, they built the story. I think it was good. 8 out of 10 in my opinion. It was good. Mugen Train we don't talk about. Season 2 had a great fight scene.
yeah.
Season 3 didn't do anything special. It fuck all really. I mean, it was okay. I didn't like it. It was the two Hashira introduced were okay. You got a hot girl and a quiet boy. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
It was just really forgettable, so I have to put it in C tier.
It says a lot on my favorite part of the series is that the girl is voiced by Hana Kanazawa.
Fact.
Kana Hanazawa, okay. By Kana Hanazawa's the fucking goat.
You had a big thing happen at the end of the season, with Nezuko being able to like be in the sunlight.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened. But I feel like by the end of the season, it was kind of like, oh, okay, because you went through all that mid to get there. So at the end, you're kind of just like, oh, okay, it was all right.
And honestly,
so the ending was okay, but nothing else.
And I'm like fundamentally against the idea of Nezuko being
Yeah,
immune to sunlight.
I feel like I can't really form an opinion on whether it's a good thing or a bad thing until I see more on what they do with it.
That's fair enough.
But yeah, I can see why people think it is a bad idea because it kind of goes against what she's meant to be.
Because like her being a demon's supposed to be a bad thing. Because like the whole point is
but
that.
now she's basically just a person, really.
Yeah, she's a person
Like
who
there's
can't
not much
talk.
difference.
I don't know. Nezuko feels more like a merchandise machine as opposed to like an actual person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we'll see more because now she's actually like talking and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think we might see more. I feel like there's an equal chance of there just being fuck all from her knowing Demon Slayer.
Yeah. Anyway. Wheelies on my penis. Oh, I'm coming. Alright. What the fuck is this title?
Okay, yeah, C, I guess.
Yeah.
Middle of. Slap it anywhere in C. They're all the same.
Where even is it?
Slap it anywhere. It is. The third one.
Oh, this one.
Yep.
I'll put it
Slap it anywhere.
I'll put it next to the other isekais.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's
See,
okay.
here is so fucking big. It's like almost exclusively shit you've seen.
Just because of isekais. I mean, it's okay. C tier. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I don't have anything else to say.
Absolutely. Now the wheel's gonna continue railing my cock. Oh my god. Am I actually the strongest? I remember making fun of that title when I saw it.
Guess what I'm about to say?
C tier?
C tier. Isekai.
Alright, where is it?
It is. Where the fuck is it? It's on first one on the bottom row.
Oh, okay.
There you
We'll just put it next to the other one. I can't be fucking bothered
Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah. Might as well just make an isekai tier.
Alright, so you know how there's a hole in the middle of the wheel? Well, you know what exactly what I do to that.
Okay.
Undead
Undead
Unlock.
Unlock. This show, I
Actually,
love
don't-
it, man. I I love it. It's so good. It is the second to last one on the second row.
Oh, okay.
Bottom of 80,
Alright.
I think. I love this show. It's so funny and it's great. Premise is basically the main girl. She's for some reason anyone she touches gets like very bad luck. So for example, her parents were going on a flight. She like kissed them goodbye. The plane crashed. And she realized this happened to anyone. So she's literally about to like commit suicide because she's done.
Mm-hmm.
Only to be saved by a guy, this massive guy, who he can't die. He could cut his head off and he'd just regrow. So what he wants the girl to give him like the worst luck possible so he can die, because he wants to. He's like, I'm pretty sure at this point he's over 300 years old because he just can't die. So he's trying to get the best death possible, and what they find out is the amount of the unluckiness that someone gets when the main girl touches them depends on how strong like the touch was. So obviously a kiss would be worse luck than like just like touching their arm or something. So the main guy, he's got one thing on his mind. He wants to fuck her. So he can get the worst luck possible. And they kind of just go on adventures. They end up I'm not gonna go too much into it. It's a 2-core. It's still coming out now. It's great. It's hilarious. I love it.
I might pick it up.
So yeah,
honestly, that premise is fucking amazing.
It's great. It's great.
And now, I return to fucking the wheel. Alright, Spy Family Season 2. Yeah, I'm really mixed on where to, on if I should put it on B+ or B tier. Because, like, it's an anime. Season 1, oh my god, this is shaking up the anime community. Could be something really good. Core 2, just kind of happened. It was alright. It was pretty good. I liked it.
I thought it was overrated, to be honest. I didn't like it that much.
Season 2, it's still pretty good. Oh wow, this ship arc where Yor actually gets to become a character for once is really good. The rest of it's alright. It's solid. Honestly, realistically, I think it's a B+ series, but I don't know, man. Spy Family's just getting old.
Yeah, I dropped it after episode 7. It wasn't for me. I'm not sure why. I feel like normally I'd like that type of series, but I don't know why. I just didn't like it.
It's too episodic.
Fair enough if you think.
Because like the premise is so fucking interesting. Like we have these people who can't tell each other their secrets. Meanwhile, they have this extremely important mission that they have to do. There's so much tension and drama and thrilling thriller shit they could do with that, and it's a comedy. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like because it's a comedy, it kind of just the premise shouldn't be a comedy.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, the show is genuinely really funny. Like, there are a lot of laughs to be had here.
Yeah, but I don't think it should have a lot of laughs. It's not a series that's really made to be one.
I don't know. Spy Family is just disappointing for me. I like it. I'll probably continue watching it. But yeah, it's if I stopped watching it after season 2, core 2, I wouldn't even be surprised.
Yeah. Got a good OP, that's all I can say.
Oh, it has consistently good OPs.
Like, Ado, let's go.
Yeah. Otto. This was the one that finally made me realize. Yeah, I think Otto's all right.
Yeah.
Kurakura is really good.
It is.
It's not my favorite Spy X Family opening though. Mixed Nuts by Hige Dandeism. That shit fucking slaps.
I haven't listened to it, but that name has me sold.
Yeah. And now we will move on to me continuing to stick my penis hole inside the wheel.
Your hole. That makes sense.
Reborn to master the blade. Probably an isekai.
Wait, what is it? Reborn to Master the Blade.
Yeah.
Oh, that one! Now I remember what it is. C tier. So, okay, which one is it? It is the one to the right of Urusei Yatsura.
Oh, okay. Where do
First
I
row.
have? Okay, this one. The fact that
Yeah.
you couldn't even remember it, I think, deserves bottom of C tier.
Okay, you know what? The funny thing about this show is, so this show is called Reborn to Master the Blade because so the old man dies, and he's like he's like the king of a place, and he's like really strong warrior, and he gets reborn as this girl. To be fair, the girl's pretty hot, but anyway. They don't use a blade once in the show. Past episode 3, they don't use a blade.
What the fuck?
So, like, C tier, it was fine. It was okay. I didn't watch it as a seasonal, it was okay.
Oh, okay.
There's not much to say about it.
Wheelies on my penis. Alright, Kubo. Kubo is one I'm really mixed on. On one hand, I honestly don't even really particularly like the premise. Oh my god, super hot popular girl ends up talking to a dude whose gimmick is that he's literally invisible. I don't know, don't particularly like the premise. However, it's fucking cute.
It is.
Like, it's genuinely fucking cute. It's fun to watch. I think that, like, barely gets it a B+ tier for me.
Fair enough.
It's either
I'm not gonna,
top of B or bottom of B+ for me. I'm not entirely sure yet.
I'm just gonna agree on your placement because I don't want to let my manga bias get in the way. Can I finish it? But yeah, it's adorable, man.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say though, because like, oh yeah, right, Kana Hanazawa voices Kubo, so okay, yeah, B+ instead of B. That alone makes it B+.
Her voice is great, to be fair.
Absolutely. All right, time to move on.
It's just very wholesome. Yeah. Nothing special, just very wholesome.
Yeah.
Isekai C.
Alright. I love how I always have to ask you where it is for these isekai.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's next to Mushoku Tensei.
Oh, okay. So
To the left. Yep, that one.
I'm just gonna put them all on the bottom of C now. I could not be
Yeah.
fucking bothered to order them. Is the playlist still going? Okay, it is. And now, now we go back to the wheel. I'm running out of fucking wheel jokes to make. This is sad. Oh my god. I see that Splice is offline. The dude is like... The dude is like sleeping? What? Anyway, Scott Pilgrim takes off.
It's 8 o'clock! No way he's sleeping, it's 8 o'clock!
Maybe IRL stuff came up for him. It's just fucking weird seeing him offline. He's always
Yeah.
online. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim takes off. For me, it's an A+ tier. Like, because I went into it with absolutely no knowledge of the source material, because I'm a weeb. I ain't dealing with that fucking Canadian shit. Canada's a lesser nation. So yeah, I'd rather watch Make Monogatari than Canadian Monogatari, but like Canadian Monogatari got an anime adaptation, so therefore Canadian Monogatari, I think I had to respect it. I was very, very pleasantly surprised by Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, because I mean they took a they took a non-anime inspiration and went to an anime studio and went, hey, animate the script I wrote. And like the visuals are fucking incredible. I think this might be the most well-animated show of the entire year, or at least very close to it. It is so good looking, and I love the art style too. It's such a good mixture of the comics more Western style and of course the more anime looking styles. It simultaneously looks very cartoony and very anime like. I love how it looks. It looks so good. And then one thing that I also really liked is the humor. The humor is genuinely good. There's a running gag about how Wallace Wells turns straight people gay, and it is fucking hilarious.
That is great.
He's the gay roommate that Scott mooches off of, because of course Scott is not a good person.
Oh.
And
I know nothing about Scott Pilgrim, so.
So at first he's introduced as like the one-note gay character, and then we find out that he's the biggest Giga Chad on Earth, and he is fucking hilarious. That sense of humor applies to the rest of the show too. It's genuinely one of the funniest shows that came out this year. And then the plot itself is really solid too, because instead of having Scott fight the evil exes, it's instead a show about Ramona figuring out what caused Scott's quote-unquote death, because he was actually taken in by a vegan portal. Which sent him to the future, because I'm not going to spoil anything else about that though, but basically it's a murder mystery, but it's not really a murder mystery because Scott is still alive.
Yeah.
So basically just Ramona trying to pick up the pieces. I'd say that the idea of the show was we're gonna make Ramona Flowers a more interesting person than she was in the comics, because she is the manic pixie dream girl in the comics. I watched the movie at least, and she very much did fit that bill in the movie.
Yeah.
In the in the anime, she's still relatively one note. However, the cost it comes at is one that I think was worth it, because you get more development from the exes, and you get to see Ramona bury the hatch with a lot of her exes, and realize that she wasn't as good of a person as she thought she was.
Yeah.
And I think that was a really interesting way of taking the story. And then, of course, Scott's still entertaining. He had a good arc of scene. Oh my god, I'm a fucking loser in the future. I don't want to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not only is it really funny, but it has some really solid theming in there too. It's just overall one of the best shows I've seen this year. I really, really enjoyed it.
Fair enough.
Wheel time.
Wheel. Alright. Let's think about this one.
I actually don't know where it is on the template.
It is next to Mushoku, in between both Mushoku Tenseis.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah. Let's put it, I think, B+.
Alright.
And then, you know the one next to Kubo? Put that one down to B, I think.
Okay.
This one, I like this one. So it just finished. It revolves around he's not struggling, but a detective who he's kind of underperforming, but he gets told by someone to go and visit this guy, a guy called Ron, and this guy is an interesting character. He's actually a detective who's banned from being a detective by a very prestigious academy, and if he does become an official detective, they will kill him. They will not hesitate to kill
Oh my god.
Yeah. So he unofficially becomes a detective to help this guy who's kind of underperforming, and they end up cracking open a bunch of cases, and this guy Ron, he's a funny guy. He does some funny things. I just like it in general. It's a good show. It's getting season 2. And the cliffhanger that we received at the end of season 1. Do you want me to just say anything, or?
I'm probably not gonna see it, so yeah, I think we
Okay,
can do it.
so basically, he's the descendant of one of the biggest. Oh, I forgot to say something major about the story. the reason why this guy was banned is because there's an incident where every case he solves has a 0%. He has 100% case solve, like his rate of solving cases is 100%. But he's never managed an arrest because everyone who he like solves a case for dies because he actually tells them to die, and they end up doing it because of an incident that happened that made him get expelled. And the people who were believed to have done this is a very powerful like house, kind of like family, and he descends from this family. But because he decided to become a detective, they obviously we don't know the specifics yet as to what happened and why, but they made it so he's got this thing where he keeps telling people to die when he solves a case. But so he's a descendant of this like mafia house, but he's also a descendant of Sherlock Holmes. So that's the cliffhanger we've been left on for season 2, which has been confirmed, and I'm excited for season 2 because it is a good show.
Yeah, that seems exciting. Anyway,
Wheel.
It genuinely gets tense, the viewer series we have on there. Alright, campfire cooking, it's this one, right?
Yeah. Isekai C+.
Oh my god, we finally got a C+! Isekai, impossible!
And put it above vending machine.
Alright.
And you have that last one in C+, yeah, actually just move it down to C. Just move it down to C.
And because I don't like how big C is, we're gonna boost Demon Slayer up.
Okay, bet. This one, it doesn't even do anything special. It's about a guy who gets isekai'd, obviously. But the only thing he can do is he can't fight. But he's got this like online grocery shop. So this world that he's got isekai to is like set way further in the past. But he's basically got the equivalent of Amazon. Except a lot better. He can order food, anything he wants. So he ends up going out on journeys. He just cooks for people, and he ends up meeting. It's basically a big dog, who's meant to be like a legendary creature. And this legendary creature actually like makes a contract with this guy because he wants food. And they just go on adventures, cooking up a bunch of food, and honestly, the food looks fucking good. Gets me hungry every single time. I'm not
yeah, I
gonna
mean,
lie.
every anime
But
fan talks about how good food looks in anime.
Yeah. It doesn't even do anything amazing. It's just a relaxing watch. So I'm gonna keep it in C+.
Alright, time for the wheel. I no longer
Luckily,
get hard looking at it because it's been 2 fucking hours.
I think this is one of the last isekais that I have.
Yeah, farming life in another
this
world.
one.
Where is it? Oh, is it this one?
I'm gonna put it. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna put it in B, bottom of B tier.
Oh, damn, okay.
Because it's like campfire cooking, just better. So guy gets isekai, and he basically just builds like this massive farm because he died due to a mistake made by a god. So the god says, "Oh, like, what's one thing that you want to do in your next life? I'll make sure that everything's good." So he says, "I want to try farming." He ends up making this big farm in this really dangerous forest. Befriends some fire-breathing dogs, and also this vampire. And gradually, this like his farm and stuff gets a lot bigger and bigger, and it's the definition of a comfort watch. I love watching it whenever I'm down. It's great. And they make good food. I mean, the guys, I don't know. It's nice. They have a kid at the end. It's nice. It's just fun. I don't have much more to say about it. It's just nice comfort watch. I can watch it when I want to be relaxed, I guess.
Yeah, seems alright. Wheelie! Wheel! I need to find funnier ways of
I'm really
saying
excited for this.
Alright. Free Ren.
I only watched 3 episodes, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
I haven't caught up yet.
I'm gonna put it in A tier.
Lowest placement of Free Ren ever.
Yes, this is the lowest placement of Free Ren you'll ever see. I genuinely do not understand the hype. Like, I literally cannot comprehend it. Like, why is this above Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Don't get me wrong, it's a really good series. I really like it. It has a lot of elements that I think are not only really good, but also kind of groundbreaking for the fantasy genre. But, like, above Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? What the fuck are you guys smoking? Like, what?
I think it's like another Oshinoko thing, where it's been placed above FMAB, but not for long.
It's still above FMAB.
Yeah, I don't think it will be for long though.
Yeah, I'm just shocked, because, like, Oshinoko, as soon as episode 2 came out, everyone was already like, yeah, this ain't as good as FMAB, but with Free Ren, it's persistent. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it.
Oshinoko is now down to 50th, which isn't bad, obviously, but far from number 1.
Yeah,
so
Free Ren's still at number 1.
Yeah, he is still number 1, yeah.
It's one of those cases where I feel like I'm so alienated from the rest of the anime community. Like, I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. Granted, there are things I like about it, so I'm going to talk about those now. The characters are genuinely really good. Free Ren is a series about, like, this relatively emotionless character finding human emotions and whatnot, which I tend to not like those stories particularly much. Violet Evergarden, I feel like, is kind of overrated because Violet Evergarden is literally the least interesting part of her own show, because the basic plot demands that she doesn't have a personality. So, like, yay, that's fun. I have the same problem with To Your Eternity, and other shows that have that premise. Free Ren doesn't have that problem. Free Ren is genuinely a really fun character, because she's just quirky and weird. And she says everything in this monotone voice too, so every time she does or says something goofy, it's genuinely charming. Free Ren is a charming character. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
And
I guess it's just like a thing where it's not your type of show in a way,
maybe,
compared to everyone else.
Because, like, Free Ren does things that other shows that are like it does that are better than other shows that are like it. And Free Ren herself is a great example of that. And then the characters she bounces off of are really good too. Fern is a really good character. I like how she's just completely fed up with everything. She's like, no, she's
basically a mum.
Yeah.
From what I can see.
But I think, but no, I really like her, and I particularly like how she interacts with Stark. Stark, I was really worried was gonna be Zenitsu 2.0. Thank God he is not that. Because, like, just like Zenitsu, he's a scaredy cat who's very powerful. But unlike Zenitsu, he is a character who actively wants to change. He's someone who sees some of his habits and is genuinely ashamed of them and wants to become better. And not only that, but the jokes they make of him are actually funny. He actually has charming interactions with other characters, particularly Fern, where their personalities bounce off each other so well. And I think, and another aspect of him that I like is the development that he does get, because he stays pretty much the same in power level as he always was, because that was never an issue for him. But he grows to become a more courageous person overall, because he recognizes that in order to overcome his fears, he just has to keep on battling and keep on persevering. It's genuinely a really inspiring character arc. And then they recently introduced a character named Sign who joins the party. He's the cleric. He's this older dude. Well, I fucking love the joke where he's like, "Oh, I want a hot older woman in this party," and then Free Ren is like, "I'm older than anyone you've ever met," and he's like, "You're not what I mean." And he gets introduced really well too, because he's like, "Man, because he feels like he's too old to go on an adventure nowadays. But then Frieren tells him, I'm literally 1,000 fucking years old, get off your ass, cunt. And, like, it's good shit. Despite that, I feel like, nothing about the series, like, really does anything amazing for me. It's one of those series where overall it's really good, but I don't quite feel like it's the funniest series. It's not the most emotional series.
Yeah,
There's nothing about it is like really gets those heightened emotions out of me, which honestly, I guess it's fine in a way. Like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is another one of those series where a lot of people are like, yeah, it's objectively a masterpiece, but I don't know, it just doesn't really do that much for me because it doesn't excel in any particular area, even if it is generally good in every single area. I think Frieren is kind of like that, just for fantasy instead of battle shonen. For me, I like FMAB a lot more because I am genuinely extremely emotionally invested in the main characters. With Frieren, I'm like, yeah, I like the main characters a lot, but I don't know, I don't care about them nearly as much as I would for like Edward and fucking Alphonse, that's his name. How the fuck did I forget his name? Oh, I'm becoming too old. I'd say
I need to watch FMAB so I can get the fucking hype.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it at the top of A. I think it kind of deserves that.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Wheel.
Wheel.
Alright, I get to yell at clouds for more. Sugar Apple Fairy Tale was an anime that I was really hyping up when I first saw it, because, like, I thought the main girl was hot. She still is hot. Seriously, she's my fucking type all the way through. God damn. Anyway, in terms of the actual show itself, I thought it was really, really strong. And then it just kind of ended. The ending was fine, but like they didn't really do anything with the romance. I was really interested in the romance because we have because like the dude is this fairy who has been enslaved, but then he's unenslaved, and he's like this really strong, really mysterious character, and he gets to learn a lot from being with An, who is a very ambitious and determined person, also extremely stubborn. So their personalities clash and conflict a lot, and I think it created this good dynamic between a girl who wanted to achieve great things and a dude who wants to support someone like that after having grown to really love her. And yeah, I don't feel like, even though they did a lot with like the confectionery stuff, the like the actual like meat of the series, the romance feels like too much of a background element for me, and that kind of disappointed me the longer it went on. I would say it's a high B+, which is pretty different to the A that I would have given it beforehand. But yeah, I'd say that's about where I put it. I'm gonna spin the wheel again. I need to take a drink of fucking water. Alright, it's your turn again.
What is it? The stream hasn't loaded yet.
Oh, Hell's Paradise?
Oh, Hell's Paradise! A+.
Alright.
Actually, put in A.
Okay.
I think, based on, because I've read it as well, I'm trying to think, first 12 episodes. Based on the first 12 episodes, it's great. I think, the premise behind it is I really like it, the premise, with, Gabby married this, shinobi who's very, very much feared by people. He tells himself that he's just left his village because he wants to stop being a ninja, because he wants to stop killing people and stuff. He ends up married the chief of the village's daughter, and he ended up getting captured, and he's sentenced to die. But the problem is, the executioners can't actually execute him, because whatever they try, it doesn't work. Like, for example, they tried to burn him, it didn't work. They tried to get two bulls running in separate directions to split him from, like, his balls to his, like, the top of his head. The rope ripped. Stuff like that. They really just couldn't get him to die.
Yeah.
But, this woman from, a clan of, like, sword makers and executioners, offers him a chance to go to this island to find this elixir. And if he does, he'll get like a pardon. He'll be able to be a free man. He ends up going, meets a lot of strong people, and it's this place that people call paradise, but is actually more like a hell, as the name suggests. Because it does look amazing. There's flowers everywhere, but it's got a lot of dark secrets and a lot of supernatural shit going on. And as I'm not gonna say too much about it, but it's a good series. I do recommend it. It's a good watch. It's getting season 2, which I'm excited for, because for me, I really like the later half. I don't know how much they adapted off the top of my head, but from what I remember, after the events of season 1, it does get better. So yeah, it's a good series. I recommend it.
Okay. And now, for another time that we have to do the spin wheel thing.
I'm really excited for this. Let's go.
Alright, we're back to Shield Hero.
Shield Hero, Season 3, B tier. The annoying thing about Shield Hero, Season 1 was I'm not gonna say incredible. It was really, really.
I literally can't hear you. Did your mic cut out, or are you just not speaking? I can't hear you, Plasma.
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you again. Alright, now repeat literally everything you said about Shield Hero.
Literally everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Because Season 1 was incredible in my opinion. It was so good compared to all the shit isekai you get. This one was actually trying to do something. But there was, starting from Season 2, the thing that they changed was the season length. So Season 1 was 25 episodes, and Season 2 and 3 were 13 and 12, I'm pretty sure. Which really, really hurt it, because it's not made to be 12 episodes. Season 2 was quite rushed, and Season 3 was also decently rushed. I think Season 2 was a lot more rushed, but Season 3, its pacing wasn't amazing compared to something like Season 1, because I was expecting so much more from it. It's still good. I'll give it that. It's a good series, good premise. But it really does need to be longer so they can actually focus on the story a lot more.
Yeah.
Because something that taken a lot longer to do did not take that long. It was very fast. Because, I mean, the end of Season 1, all of Season 1 was really good. Because it focuses on a world where there's 4 heroes. The spear, sword, bow, and shield. But the problem is, in the country that they get summoned to, all 4 of these heroes, the shield hero is regarded as the weakest, the rudest, they don't care about anything and stuff. And it doesn't help that this world's actually based on a game in the quote-unquote real world. All 3 other heroes have played this game, but our main character has never heard of it. So he gets discriminated from the start. No one wants to be with him apart from one girl. At the end of the episode, that girl accuses him of, like, raping her.
Oh my god.
And from then on, his life is a living hell. Everyone's scared of him. Everyone thinks he's a criminal, all that. But he makes it work. And the series is... Season 1's fucking amazing for isekai. I think it's up there for, like, a top 5 isekai, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But then Season 2 is fine, but it's not amazing. And Season 3, the first bit was a tournament arc. And then the rest of it felt kind of empty compared to what we had before. So I'm just gonna leave it in B tier and say it's good, but it's a far cry from what it was before.
Wheelie! Yeah, baby! We're gonna get on that wheel, Riz.
Let's go.
JJK Season 2.
JJK Season 2. Okay, so I've read JJK. I haven't actually... I think there's like 1 episode left of JJK Season 2. I think JJK Season 2 is A tier at the bottom. Actually, wait, no, I'm tripping. I'm actually tripping. What am I talking about? Top of A+, I think. JJK Season 2 is great. I think my opinion was a bit clouded with the really annoying fans that have sprung up. They're really pissing me off. But anyway, I think JJK Season 2 is amazing. I've been waiting for the Shibuya incident arc, and we got there, and it was really, really good. I'm just gonna say basically what happened. Sukuna, a bunch of fighting happens. And what ends up happening actually is, Sukuna takes possession back of Itadori, and he goes on a killing spree, a full-on killing spree, and a big part of it is Itadori's now traumatized, and he kind of wants to die, because it is partly his fault, because he's the one obviously has control of Sukuna, and I need to try and make sure I don't spoil anything that happens after, because again I have read it, so I'm trying to remember. I don't actually know what happens, but I'm just gonna say it's great.
Yeah.
It's very highly ranked on my animes. I think it was like 15th or something. It's really... I don't think it's that good. Yeah, it's 15th. It's not that good, but it is very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to say too much. It's good.
Yeah, like, I wish I liked Season 1. I wish I was more into, like, the battle shonen genre. Because Season 2 looks really good. The plot you're describing sounds interesting. And then I've seen clips of the animation. That shit's fucking gorgeous.
It's amazing. I mean, props to the animation team at Mappa specifically.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
The animators may be killing themselves over their work, but the work they're producing is fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes without saying, upper management at Mappa are horrible people for doing this to their staff. However, the staff that are making the things that are making good art, and that should be appreciated even despite all of what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough being serious. I want to make a cum joke. Yeah, the Megumin spinoff was honestly top of C tier. C+.
Fair enough.
Like, I don't know, why did they make this? Like, I am a massive Konosuba fan. Konosuba's an S tier series for me. And I just want a Season 3, man. Don't get me wrong, we're getting Season 3 this year. I'm so fucking hyped for that. I'll be watching that with my friends, because I managed to get them on board with it. And, oh man, I'm so excited for that. The Megumin spinoff, I saw it and thought it was alright. Thought it was honestly pretty good. Immediately after it, forgot everything that happened. Like, I do not remember anything about this series. Which is weird. It's Konosuba. It shouldn't be as forgettable as it is, but I don't know. It's not a particularly memorable series. It just isn't.
It doesn't involve the entire main cast, does it?
Yeah, you get to see them in the background in the last few episodes, but for the most part, it's
I feel
just
like that might be a big reason why, because I feel like the interactions between the main characters is such an integral part about Konosuba.
absolutely.
That without it, it's
'Cause-
definitely not as good.
Megumin is as entertaining as she is because she gets to bounce off of Aqua, Darkness,
Yeah.
and Kazuma. Here, she only gets to bounce off of Yun Yun, and those are the best. Those are the best scenes in the series because Yun Yun is a fantastic fucking character who does not get the spotlight she deserves in the main Konosuba series. Yun Yun is literally the only reason why you should seek out to watch this series outside of like main Konosuba. And in a series called Megumin, I feel like that's kind of sad that Yun Yun is the most is the best part of it. But yeah, I do think but hey, any more screen time of Yun Yun's great because we don't get to see enough of her in main Konosuba. And of course, seeing her interactions with Megumin it's consistently hilarious. Because while because Megumin is like, oh, I'm the greatest, then you have Yun Yun who's like an actually competent, actually sane person, and yet she's this socially awkward dweeb that no one likes. Not only is she adorable, but you also can't help but feel bad for her. But at the same time, whenever she does something that's like genuinely fucking hype, you feel better for her because like, oh, Yun Yun finally got to do something cool. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, this series honestly gives a good reason for Yun Yun being best girl, which is kind of insane. But moving on.
I love how we're saying this in the server where the entire joke for a while was Megumin, Megumin, Megumin.
Yeah, Megumin is still the server PFP.
Oh yeah, it is!
Yeah. I might make the PFP Yun Yun now. Anyway, Classroom for Heroes is this one, right?
Stream's lagging. It's the one with like the yellowish background.
Okay, yeah, I got the right one.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in. Well, these guys C tier, right?
Yeah, you put all the isekais on C tier.
Put it in C plus.
All right.
So this one's like one that feels like an isekai but isn't. Once again, this show is really basic. It does nothing good, except the interaction between the characters are really funny at times. So I end up just liking this for like that reason alone, and it feels weird too, because in reality, it's a bad. Objectively, it's a bad show.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the interactions are really funny, and I like them. With the main character being an overpowered brother who doesn't know how overpowered he is. So, like, for example, in episode, 3, there's, like, a dragon that's invaded the school. And, like, they've got, like, an entire army, like, cool, the strong guy, who isn't the main character, by the way. No one knows he's strong. And then the brother just walks up, yeah, with a fucking plate of curry in his hand, jumps up and fucking gives the dragon a punch, and it just gets knocked down in one simple punch. And then he turns around and he's like, okay then. And they're like, what the fuck did you just do? And he's like, oh, but it's like, the baby's like a dragon. It's not even like an ancient dragon or whatever. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, no, that's normal. He turns around, the dragon's become a lolly.
What?
Yeah. And he ends up becoming this dragon lolly's parent. And just random ass stuff happens throughout and it's fun. It's just fun.
I was scrolling through my Discord messages while you were doing the plot synopsis, so this came out even more out of left field. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
It's fun.
Oh man.
It's just fun in general. It does nothing amazing. It's just fun.
Yeah. Oh wow, we only have 10 entries left. Honestly, would you be fine if I took like a quick bathroom break?
Yeah. Go on.
Alright.
Go ahead.
It'll take me like a minute.
Yeah. Hello, viewer. It is me, Plasma Energized. The Isekai Watcher person. Leave a like. Go to Patreon because, yeah, even though this doesn't benefit me at all. Yeah. What's your favorite anime? I'm kidding. I don't know how to entertain people. Tell me if Isekai is based. If you're wrong, I'm gonna stab you in the throat. No, I'm kidding. Drop your favorite anime this season so I can roast you for it. Or favorite anime this year so I can roast you for it. That'd be funny. Ah, now we wait for Dad to come back with the milk. Where's Dad, man? But Daddy AIDS needs to return so we can shove Willy in wheel. Yeah. God, I can't entertain. I should never ever become a live streamer. If you don't drop your favorite anime in the comments, I'll blow your house up or something. I don't know.
You know, I'm surprised I was able to come in the toilet that fast. But we're back to the wheel, baby.
Exactly.
I think this is the last isekai.
C-tier!
We couldn't avoid C tier being bloated. That's amazing.
My fault. I'll maybe at the end I'll move one up or move one down or something.
Maybe. We'll find out later.
I might
Anyway.
have to do two. I think there's another one that's going C-tier.
Not even fucking surprised. Erectile dysfunction, yeah! Oh man, the OVA is C+. I'd probably put it here. Like, it's a good enough explanation of how Sylphie got to the point she's at. However, it doesn't feel like a Mushoku Tensei episode at all, because the animation just looks genuinely unfinished, because it literally is. They animated it last minute, because they realized, oh yeah, right, we should probably explain why Sylphie's hair is white now, and why she's with this other girl. So yeah, it's honestly not the greatest first impression for the series, but it's good enough. But obviously, Mushoku Tensei is Mushoku Tensei. It's S tier.
Yeah.
I'd say season 2 is like a bottom of S tier kind of deal, because it very much a setup for what's to come. However, that setup is handled so fucking well. Because I mean, again, it's Mushoku Tensei. Like,
wait, isn't part 2 coming out soon? Isn't it coming out
in spring?
Yeah. Oh,
spring season's stacked, by the way. So many great sequels are coming out.
Fair enough.
And yeah, I'd say it was really solid. Everything I said last time still applies. My opinions haven't changed at all. Production value wise, I do dislike how it is a downgrade from season 1. I would have preferred to wait a little bit longer to get better animation. However, the series still looks fantastic, because, I mean, it's Mushoku Tensei. It just doesn't look like a movie every episode like season 1 did.
Yeah.
Which I think is honestly fair enough, because there's not much action in season 2. Of course, there is action, because it's Mushoku Tensei. But for the most part, it's a slice-of-life story about a dude who can't get hard, who ends up finding the best girl who makes him hard. I mean, Sylphie is second best girl, but, no one's beating Roxy, I'm sorry. She appeared for like 2 episodes, and she's still best girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about all I'll have to say for like any new things. If there's one thing I want to repeat though, it's how I absolutely love how Mushoku Tensei will take these subject matters that most stories will be afraid to tackle, and it'll tackle it anyway. And instead of treating something like erectile dysfunction as a joke, like it would be with any other author, it's instead treated with sincerity as something that people actually go through. And it's genuinely really heartfelt. And I love how Mushoku Tensei does that. So many times it's taken these really dark subject matters and have done them the justice they deserve. So yeah, absolutely excellent series.
Fair enough.
Wheel.
Wheel. We're almost done. Almost done.
Berserk of Gluttony. It has Berserk in the title, so that means SS plus.
No, far from it, my friend.
Is it this one?
Yeah, I think it's like the last one. I don't know.
It's this
stream
one.
hasn't refreshed. Sita, yeah, it's isekai, non-isekai. That's basically an isekai.
Which
Boy,
there's a lot of isekai that are like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, I mean, it came out this season. Boy has like powers. That's what I need to say. Insomniacs After School. I feel bad for like rating this because I didn't finish it, but not because it was bad. But I'm pretty sure the day that it came out during this season, I also had like 3 other shows coming out that were all really good. So I ended up dropping it. So, from what I watched, I'd say, like, bottom of B tier.
Alright.
And I can't really say much on it, because I honestly don't remember much. I do really want to rewatch it, or just read it at some point, but I can't really say much.
Okay. Wheel. Alright, our dating story. I didn't bother to type in the full name.
Yeah.
You only watched like 3 episodes, so I don't even think it's on
Yeah,
this list.
I removed it. I removed it because I only watched 3 episodes.
Alright. We will
I do plan on catching up.
Alright.
I don't remember it being amazing though. I feel like I'd probably put it in like bottom of C2.
The 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you.
I'm pissed that I didn't watch this.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. I said it was S tier last time. Don't quite know how I feel about that. I would probably put it here in A+. Like, I fucking loved this one. Like, it's one of those shows that tells you to not take it very seriously, and yet despite that, it's still able to just do everything so well. Like, the show is one of the... It's... Okay, I'm looking through everything. It is the funniest show this year, nothing comes close. Like, the jokes are so fucking funny. Every character takes these tropes and takes them as far as possible. I think Karane is the best example of that. She is a tsundere, but she is the most tsundere imaginable. My favorite joke in the entire season is when they put her on a lie detector. So they're like, they ask her, "What's your chest size?" She lies. And she's like, "Fuck!" and then they ask, "Do you love Rentaro?" And she's like, "It's not like I like him or anything." Lie. She says that phrase like 700 times. It's great.
The classic line is not like I like him or anything.
And she continues to say that even after they're that far in their relationship. It's fucking hilarious.
That line is like the trademark tsundere line. Absolutely.
And then all the other characters are great too. Shizuka is best girl. I am weak to shy girls. The whole gimmick with her is that she is stupidly cute, and everyone thinks she is stupidly cute. It's great. Nano's first name is literally AI, is because she's the emotionless character who does everything with logic. So it's really funny whenever she doesn't do that.
Yeah.
In general, she's just funny. Then Kusuri is the girl who, while normally she's like this big busty scientist, she she tried to become immortal and accidentally turned herself into a lolly. It's great. Oh man. And then Hakari, she's the first one that came out. I thought she'd be the generically boring Dere Dere character, but no, she is so fucking horny for Rentaro, it's hilarious.
Oh god.
And then, okay, I'm not gonna spoil the sixth girlfriend, but the sixth girlfriend is fucking wild.
I do want to watch this. I do plan on watching this.
And the craziest thing too is that, despite the show being completely batshit insane, and not telling you to take it seriously, it does have those serious moments. Like, Shizuka's backstory is genuinely pretty sad, and it's so heartwarming when she finally finds someone who can love her in Rentaro. Because Rentaro is the ultimate Giga Chad, who is like, no, this will be the only harem where every girl wins.
Well, isn't that like the entire premise that it has to happen?
Yeah. Because because the funny thing is too is that it's established. Oh, if a girl who likes him doesn't get with him, she will die. Rentaro is like, that's not even a problem, bro.
Bruh.
Because he sees a girl he likes and just immediately goes into full protector mode. It's great.
Does sound great.
And apparently they're able to keep that consistency with him throughout the entire series, even as they're introducing more and more girlfriends. And the thing too is that none of the girls feel overshadowed. They're all great characters on their own who interact with each other very well. The girlfriends feel like some fucking weird-ass friend group by the end of the series, as opposed to romantic rivals.
Mm-hmm.
And something bad happens to one of the characters in the final arc of the season. So, all of them are just there to help her. Like, it's such a good way of showing the development that's happened. It's such a good fucking series. I love this shit. It's amazing.
Fair enough.
So yes, A+, made me cry, made me laugh, made me come, because, probably shouldn't finish that one.
Probably not.
I realized I didn't even, include everything in this,
Yeah, you missed the
wheel.
Eminence and Shadow.
Yeah, Eminence of Shadow,
My Hero.
Shadow,
Season 6?
MHA Season 6, Urusei, Yatsura 2023, and I think that's all. Yeah, that should be all.
I think so, yeah. Oh, no, you missed one shitty isekai. We can go over it now if you want. Because it's just... Yeah. That's fair enough.
Okay, we'll go through it now. C.
B tier. D.
D, damn, it's that bad.
Absolute shite.
Damn.
It's a harem isekai.
Wow.
There is no redeeming quality of this show. It's absolute dog.
Damn. Anyway, we'll...
MHA Season 6.
Yeah, we've already talked about Villain Hunt before. So I want to just do the tier placing.
Yeah.
I'd say probably, A below Tony Kakukwai.
Yeah, I backed up.
Yeah, I mean, we've already talked about this show twice in the past, so I don't think there's anywhere for us to elaborate.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Anyway, we... Okay, Agretsuko Season 5. This is the final season for Agretsuko. And I'm really mixed on where to put it. I think I put it top of B. I know you started Agretsuko. How far are you in it?
I didn't really get around to it because I think it was at a point where I wasn't really that much into anime, so I kind of just dropped it straight away. So I never got anywhere significant.
Yeah, Because like I love season 1, love season 2. Season 3 is all right. It's definitely a fall off point, but it's still pretty good. Season 4 is dog shit. Season 5 is it has to recover from the absolute dog that was season 4, and it does as good of a job with that as it possibly could. Because they established a will they won't they between Haida and Retsuko for the entire series up to this point. For seasons 1 and 2, it made sense that they wouldn't end up together. Season 3, it kinda made sense, I guess. Then season 4 regresses. They literally regress Haida's character to make the plot happen. It's like, why? So season 5 basically has to do with Haida recovering from him being the fucking loser that he was in season 4, which like is fine. It's all right, but I don't know. Retsuko should have ended at season 3, and season 5 is as good of a conclusion as they probably could have gotten for where season 4 ended up. But yeah, I'm actually gonna put this a little lower. So yeah, that's a Retsuko season 5, I guess. Wheel. Eminence of Shadow.
Oh, Eminence and Shadow. I guess C plus. Like,
Alright.
in the middle, I say, above vending machine. This is like a weirdly popular isekai, where boy gets isekai. Boy like who wanted to be like a superhero, dies. He was actually really strong, to be fair, but he was obviously in a regular world. So like his entire thing was, no matter how strong he'd get, if an atomic bomb struck, he would die anyway, no matter what he did. And he gets isekai'd into this world as like a sort. I think it was like a noble or something, and then he ends up forming like this squad called the Shadow Garden, where he just like devotes himself into being like an absolute NPC.
Yeah.
He doesn't stick out or anything. It was actually like the main like popular girl at school asked him out, and he refused. Until she offered money, where he barked like a dog. It was actually one really funny moment where after they break up, because the girl actually falls for him, and they say, "Oh, do you want to like carry this on?" He says no. The next time they meet is in a hot spring, and then the girl's like, "Oh, you don't seem to be having much," referring to his dick, obviously. And he's like, and then I swear to God, yeah, he's like, "That's because we haven't seen the true power of Excalibur." He's shocked, and she's shocked.
That's amazing.
So yeah, that's the funny moments. But at the end of the day, it's a fucking isekai. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Still probably be complete dog. So it's not as dog as the others. It's just not my type of thing.
Oh yeah, right. For anything in C that you dropped, wanna just put that in D?
Yeah.
So
I think it's the ones the fourth to last one on the first row, and then the one to the left of it.
yeah. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
it.
I was actually gonna say that at the end when we were moving stuff around.
Yeah.
That's good. Now everything's just on one row. It doesn't look like shite.
Yeah. And now it looks like we actually disliked things this year.
Honestly, it's quite balanced.
Yeah, it's been a surprisingly balanced year. To be fair, though, we did have to make plus tiers just so we wouldn't bloat A and B, but like...
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Anyway,
Bungo Stray Dogs. Oof.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
They released both season 4 and 5 this year.
Yeah, honestly, hats off to them.
Yeah, I know they have. I know they have generally. The consensus seems to be that 4 is really good, but 5 is like really, really good. So I'll let you talk about 4.
Yeah,
first.
I'll talk about 4. 4, very, very good. Bungo Stray Dogs in general is a great series. I think season 4 is a bottom of A plus. Actually, no, top of A. And it's incredible. I mean, Bungo Stray Dogs from the start was an amazing series. The characters are great. Dazai is the funniest guy ever because his entire thing is that he wants to kill himself. But he's honestly like he's smart as hell. And I think all the characters have their own thing to them where they have their own layer of like interesting. They're all really interesting, and you want to pay attention to all the main characters really. And some of them, I mean, one of my favorite characters is Rampo, and in a world of superpowers, he doesn't actually have a superpower, but he thinks he does. In reality, he's just a fucking genius. And the entire agency that the main character Atsu works at is actually made for him to be able to shine because he's so smart. And I'm going to talk about I'll talk about season 4 specifically now.
Yeah.
It's honestly just more Bungo Stray Dogs, which is more just great show. So I can't really say like much because I feel like it's the same as the rest of Bungo Stray Dogs, just fucking amazing. And then season 5 is I think at the top of A plus. Because I really liked, I mean, especially the last episode, which alludes to season 6, was great. I think season 6 is going to be amazing. But season 5 in itself, there were some amazing moments where the one thing that I love about Bungo Stray Dogs is it's more complex than your traditional battle shonen. Obviously because this one's a seinen, but you have your traditional fighting anime and stuff, but this one's interesting. For example, I'll spoil a slight bit. The enemy that set up, the person who set up, like the organization that set up to be the enemy at the start of the show, they actually end up having to team up with them to fulfill their common goal. And it's really interesting to see that they despise each other. Like the two main focuses of both organizations, they really hate each other, but they still work together. And when they do work together, they're fucking insane. So I'm just gonna say, amazing. Traditional Bungo Stray Dogs, fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for season 6.
And then I actually wanna ditch the wheel for the last 3.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I feel like there's a specific order that I want to go in through these. Urusei Yatsura is, I would put it here. It's just a comedy. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good comedy, but it is just a comedy. There's really not much I can elaborate when it comes to that. Then, skipping Loafer next. I would personally put it just above Tomo-chan.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Like, it's just a really damn solid romance. Sadly, didn't really end up going anywhere.
Yeah,
I really hope we get a season 2. But like, there's
Same.
a lot of really solid mystery that's been established with it, and I don't know. I'm really excited for what they could do next with it.
Yeah.
Vinland Saga season 2, almost S plus. I fucking love this shit.
Fair enough.
Like, oh man, they honestly, it's giving Cheat Skill a run for its money. Like, oh man, but like, Vinland Saga season 2 just has. It took the first season when, oh yeah, you see this Viking shit with a lot of violence in it, and then went, the whole point of the series was to say that violence bad, which would normally be kind of cheesy, but it's been so well built up to by this point that, like, I don't care. It's just so well done. To the point where when Thorfinn says, "I have no enemies," it doesn't come across as cheesy. It's instead
Yeah.
genuinely one of the best quotes in all of anime history.
Yeah, I mean, it did like become a massive thing at one point.
Yeah.
Even I knew about it. Like, I bet you there's a lot of people who don't really know what Villain Saga is, but they have seen that because, I mean, it is very... you know.
Absolutely. Because it's that quote that reaches people. Some people who probably don't even see anime probably know what "I have no enemies" means. And of course, the rest of the season's great too. They're in a farm for the entire arc. The main character, after a big event happens to him, becomes a slave, and he has to work himself back up to where he was. He was always a very directionless person, so honestly, there's not much actually changed for him. He's just kind of a husk of life by this point, and that's where his interactions with Einer take place. Einer is someone who has the who perfectly bounces off Thorfinn, becomes honestly the perfect side character possible. He's gonna be with Thorfinn for the rest of the series. It's gonna, oh man, it's great. Like, season 2 really is like the end of the prologue for Vinland Saga, and I'm so excited to see where it goes next.
Yeah.
But that was all of my shitty anime takes.
Yeah, that was long. But we did make it through. As you can see, very balanced, honestly, with most things it being quite evenly spread out.
Yeah. Like, it's a pretty balanced list. We only got 2 masterpieces. I'd argue that only one of them is truly deserving, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I agree.
obviously Oshinoko is not as good as Cheat Skill, but like,
Yeah.
we can let them be together. I'm just gonna make the thumbnail this tier list because I want to see people's reactions to Cheat Skill and S+.
You should make the thumbnail like edit the top anime on my anime list and put Cheat Skill where free run is. Fucking, and then put the score as like 1000.
No, I haven't even seen Cheat Skill, and I already know it's better than free run. That shit's overrated as fuck.
Exactly.
Oh man, I wish I could like free run as much as everyone else. I so badly wish I could.
Yeah, fair enough. I do want to watch it. I just haven't been bothered.
Yeah. Like, actually, I'm gonna update my free run placement. I think Villain Hunt was better than free run.
Fair enough.
But, so...
That is a crazy thing to say, by the way.
I know.
Late season My Hero is better than free run.
I don't know, Season 6 was, like, the only late MHA season that's gonna actually be good.
Yeah, it was actually good. I like Season 6 compared to, like, 5 and 4.
Season 7's probably not gonna be that good, honestly, but, like...
It won't.
Yeah.
It'll be dog.
Yeah.
I'm reading it now. It's gonna be dog.
Okay, yeah, I'm expecting it to be dog, honestly. Because, like, I don't know, like, Villain Hunt was one of those arcs where, like, it jumped the shark in the best way possible, but the shark has jumped, the rest of the series can't be as good as that anymore.
Yeah.
I love how we still ended up finding a way to talk about MHA. The series is just so fascinating to talk about, it really is.
It is, yeah, because it's so different in the course that it's taken to a lot of other series. So it's nice to talk about.
Absolutely. And I'm trying to find other aspects of the list that I might have a disagreement on. Honestly, I could probably put 100 Girlfriends above My Happy Marriage.
And also, I think put Undead Unluck above Horimiya Peace.
Okay.
I think. But I think everything else looks good.
Yeah, like, I'm not seeing any major issues here. I think there might be an argument for Clueless First Friend in A tier, but
I think we should keep it in beta.
I think it's fine in B+. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of romance anime tend to blend together as the year goes on. And doing more I can't bother to do any more doom scrolling. We've been here for
Yeah.
almost 3 hours. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ!
I was expecting this to be a long video, but oh man, this is gonna take forever to render, isn't it?
Oh god. Even though I didn't really talk about half the isekais that I watched,
Yeah.
Well then.
But hey, I'm excited for next year. Like we have
Same.
we have a lot of good anime planned for winter and spring seasons, and I mean this video was probably the most fun I've had with these like seasonal rundowns in forever.
Same, yeah.
Because we just got to talk about so much shit.
I know. And the longer I get to talk about anime, the better.
Absolutely. Because like I don't feel like I get to talk about anime all that much. Because like
Yeah.
my family members are weebs, but they're not nearly as extreme of weebs as me. None of them are seasonal anime watchers.
Yeah, my friends are weebs, but like one of them is, and compared to me and him, it's not really close. No offense to him, it's not really close.
Yeah.
Like he watched a decent bit, but he don't watch 37 seasonals.
And then my friends aren't weebs. I had to get them to watch anime. I think it's hilarious though. I've shown them shit like A Silent Voice, Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and their favorite thing I've shown them is Konosuba. They have great taste. They just like laughing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like what Konosuba season 3 was announced. The release date was announced on Christmas, so I told them that was my Christmas present to them, telling them that it was coming out. Because we're really excited to watch that together.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
I need
that
to
is
But yeah, that's everything.
I need to think of a cringe outro.
Well, yeah,
All right, straight men who are actually gay femboys. This was the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and suck my penis, which you can do if you pay for my Patreon. Link in the description.
Yeah.